Yo, what is going on? Forza, 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 Forza Milan! Forza Milan from all over the world, whether it's morning, whether it's afternoon, whether it's night. 2 words, Forza Milan. Welcome to the Milan Forum, guys. Back at it again. 3 weeks in a row, we've done the Milan Forum. 3 weeks in a row, exact same situation. Nothing has changed from the Milan Forum 2 weeks ago. Nothing has changed from the forum last week. Maybe things will change while we are in the forum. Maybe we might be getting some updates, but absolutely nothing is different. So it is what it is, guys, but there's always much to talk about. Okay, we're on the verge of maybe signing De Cadler. We should get his confirmation today. We should find out something today or tomorrow, whether he's joining or not, or this saga is just going to keep on going and going and going. Who knows? Who knows? We do have some information regarding De Cadler so far. We have information regarding other defenders that Milan is looking at, like Tanganga, Ndika, and then there's some other players that Milan spoke about. Paratici went to Casa Milan the other day to talk to Milan about Tanganga. Then there was talks that they talked about Ndombele, and they talked about other prospects. Then Rizzo, the agent of Maldini, the agent of Frattesi also. So he came to Casa Milan, and it looks like Milan inquired about Frattesi, the Sassuolo midfielder, in case nothing happens with Renato Sanchez, another guy who we're going to wait. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with him. There was these rumors that came out, or rather, not just rumors. There were more than rumors. There were reports actually that came out 2 days ago that Renato Sanchez is done waiting, and he's going to have to make a decision, also because Lille is about to go on tour. He doesn't want to go on tour. He wants to either go to his new club, and the guy needs to get ready. The guy needs to get ready. the guy needs to get ready. So for the next season, so he needs to make a decision. I'm sure at this point, a lot of players that are moving want to make their decisions because they want to start to get ready with their clubs. So it is what it is. So Renato Sanchez looks like he prefers the PSG destination. Someone in chat today shared a tweet about all the players that PSG is looking to get out. The new coach is looking to clean up shop. A lot of players that he doesn't want to work on anymore. So that probably opens the door for Renato Sanchez, guys. It probably opens the door for Renato Sanchez. So watch out for that. Watch out for that. Because that probably means that Renato Sanchez will not join AC Milan. But Renato Sanchez wants to get going. You know, his former teammates, Magic Mike Magnan, Leao, and I don't know who else is teammate in our team, I forget. But, you know, they've been giving hints, instigating him on social media to make this final decision. So, you know, I guess he might join us and decide, you know what, sure, I'll join you, Milan. I don't really want to join you, but yeah, whatever, I'll join you. So, looks like what might happen. If he does join us, I'm sure people will forget all about that. All right, guys, let's start to open up the lines. We have our topics down. And guys, by the way, there's a new thing in the channel. You can become a member of the channel. You can support the channel that way. It is $2.99 a month. You get a little badge. You get what is it? You get a badge, a really cool badge. You get the AC Milan logo. You can use all these emojis, custom emojis, and soon, guys, we'll create things for members only. So join. If you go on the front page of the channel, click the join button, and then you can become a member. And so there it is, guys. There it is. And if you have not, what the hell are you waiting for? Like the video. I mean, are you a Juventino? Are you a Juventino or are you a Laziale? Because if you have not liked the video, you're a Laziale. And being a Laziale is not nice, okay? It's not nice. So please do yourself a favor and like. All right, guys, let me start opening up the lines. Let me hear what you guys got to say about the incredible action that is happening in our calcio mercato. Just ruthless, non-stop action every day. Every day, so much news. All right, here we go. Okay, and guys, let me say hi to chat, by the way. What the fuck? What the hell? We got Noah. Here we go. We're not going to sign anybody. We've signed Ali, we signed Pobega, we signed Origi so far, and we have confirmed Messias, we have confirmed Florenzi, we have confirmed Mirante. So far, those are our signings, official signings. I guess we will find out. We will find out. We signed Origi. We're winning the Scudetto easy. Easy, guys. It's an easy win. It's impressive how we have capitalized on the energy of winning a miracle Scudetto. 0 out of 10 mercato so far, and I'm afraid if we don't act, we're taking a step back next season. My thing is, like, I'm sure we're going to, like, sign people, but the more we wait, the less these people have to integrate themselves in the team. And that's really the only thing, because the season starts fairly soon. I mean, we still have about 3 weeks, more or less, before the season starts. But that is pretty soon. 3 weeks go by really fast. So the sooner we sign these players, the better it is. The better it is, of course. Sad that we will have to rely in the attack will be Giroud and Leao. This team won't make top 4 easy. Juve, Inter, Roma are better, and still waiting to see Napoli. Well, yes, Leao, Giroud, Origi too. I mean, I am expecting help from Origi as well. But let's see how Brahim Diaz has developed. Remember, we got Theo Hernandez there that always bags in the goals. We have, who else do we have? We have Messias. We have Salamakers, guys. Salamakers. Who needs Ziyech? Who needs Berardi? We have Salamakers. Salamakers. The work rate machine. You know, we are missing Kessi's goals because he always brought in some goals, so we need someone to replace him with those goals. Pobega had a decent amount of goals for Torino. Ali definitely has the goal on his foot. I'm expecting more goals from Tonali, more nice, good, long-range midfield shots from Tonali. Benacero always brings his goals. The defenders need to start to get their goals up in the corner kicks, etc., etc. Because they always win the corner kicks when we're defending, but now they got to start to win the corner kicks on those set pieces when we're attacking. So we need some more goals from them. You're probably going to get a few goals from Florence. You're probably going to get a few goals from Calabria. You're probably going to get some from Kalulu, some from Tomori. Kier maybe might get you 1 or 2 goals. So we need one player in this team, aside from all the goals that we're already getting. We need one player that can bring 20, 25, 30 goals. So it gets to our tally to, let's say, somewhere to close to 90 goals per season. If we can get to 90 goals per season and continue with this defensive, with the defensive numbers, being the team that either is the team that concedes the least amount of goals or the second team that concedes the least amount of goals, I mean, that's it. You win every year. If you're the team that scores the most and concedes the less, you're most likely winning every year. Very simple logic, very simple math. But let's see what the mercato brings, guys. The mercato is not over. The mercato is not over. So let's see what it brings. Sad that we all have to rely. Already read this. Lart and had still optimistic that we would spend 100 million. Let's see. I kind of thought that was the case, but it looks like it's not going to be the case. It looks like it's not going to be the case. All right, guys, in 5 minutes, I'm going to open up the lines on the floor. All right, let's go, guys. And remember, one more time, you can become a member of RossonARI TV. You can become part of the Curva Sud RossonARI. And you get loyalty badges. You get your own little badge. It's the shit, guys. It's the shit. Do it. Do it. Don't throw cash around. I'm on board with all the sustainability thing. All we ask is make moves. This team, as it is, will suffer next season. It will suffer, but guys, I mean, we're still a very good team. We're still a very good team. Let's see what happens. It's not over yet. It's not over yet. Anyone who voted Juve doesn't understand our team or theirs. All right, guys, we have our first fighter. The first fighter of the day. What's up, Saif?
Hey man, what's up?
How you doing? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. What about you?
I'm excellent. I'm excellent, man. I'm excited about the mercato. It's looking good. It's looking crazy good. We're kicking ass. We're getting, all the best.
Let me wait. Let me rephrase that. I'm good in terms of life and family and stuff, but I'm terrible in terms of Milan and the atmosphere around the club. So to explain it more, terrible man, terrible time to be a Milan fan.
Oh, here we go. Tell me why. Come on, spill it out, Safe. This
I'm
is
not
your
saying
this is your moment right now. Spill it out. Everybody's listening. Come on, go for it.
just a second. Okay. Uh, Let me just say it like this. I'm not gonna attack the club too much for now. We're Serie A champions. Yes, I'm not happy about many stuff, but I'm still gonna give it time. But if that all changes if anyone Laird comes and says that we're having a great time, and even if we don't make any signings, we're still happy with the mercato and the team. That's gonna change. But I think it's just embarrassing that we've been, for example, focusing on someone like the Kettler for how many months, weeks now, and it's still not finished. Yeah.
It's been many months, the Keller. Apparently, they've been targeting him way before the Calcio Mercato session started. Yeah. Same thing with Sanchez. We knew that. We knew that.
I don't even want Sanchez anymore, man. I seriously, not on some. I understand that football is a business. I understand that even most of the players in Milan don't actually love the club. Like, let's be honest now. Yes, they appreciate the fans, the situation, but they won't die for the club. I understand that. But for someone to publicly embarrass us like that, and we're still begging him to come, after he clearly wants to join PSG. Like I said on the group, it's gonna be PSG sloppy seconds. We're not. That's honestly how I feel about it. And I would honestly appreciate if we move on to other targets because we're wasting too much time on someone that might not join us. That's bad.
Can y'all hear me?
What up,
Yeah.
Nathan? How you doing, my man?
I'm doing good. And yourselves?
Excellent, excellent.
Hi.
So you heard Safe. Safe is not happy at all. He's very
Oh
angry.
yeah, no, yeah. Fuck
Safe
these
is very
motherfuckers,
angry. Oh, you were angry too. All right, tell us why.
bro. I said from the beginning, and and you guys all remember me talking about Sanchez and CDK and how these teams are not going to undersell just because Milan wants them to undersell. And as usual, we focus on one person at a time, and then we waste the entire summer on one player. Like, how many more weeks are left in the market? Like this is just ridiculous. Move on to players that actually want to come to the team and we can actually afford. Like, stop going to guys like CDK. That Maldini's not going to drop 95% of our revenue for the summer on one player. Like 35, he's not going to go to 35. He's going to be at 32, and that's going to be it.
Yeah, right now, what they're saying is with bonuses, it can get close to 34. With bonuses, cash straight up is 28 cash, or something like that. 28 million pounds, not euros, or yeah, I think it's pounds. And with bonuses, the last I heard, it can go up to 34 million. So that's where we're at.
I don't give
The
a shit about
the
that.
the amazing people will try to justify that by saying the extra 3 million will cause us not to build a new stadium. So yeah, I'm not taking shit from anyone today. I'm that pissed off. Seriously, I'm that pissed off, man. I want to see a signing. Fucking let Nathan sign for Milan. I'll be happy. I want anyone, man. I swear, I want anyone. You know, not
Anyone,
a single, not a
anyone.
single euro, not a single euro spent
Would you
until now.
take João Pedro?
I mean, we have hypothetically speaking, but he's not bad though. He's not a bad player.
Yeah, listen, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens maybe today. Today already we might get something. Like they were saying that we're going to find out whether we're signed to Cutler. It's going to be either today or tomorrow. So it's going to be one of the two. Paul says, Safe sounds depressed. You're not alone, bro. You're not alone. I take Renato right now because at 12 million to 15 million for his skill feat, it's value for money. I mean, that's a good point, Oli. Even though Renato is playing, I want to go to PSG, blah, 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 but still, for those feet, for that kind of player, the amount that we're paying the club is really cheap. That's a really good point. What do you guys think? Do you agree
I
or
mean,
not?
add like 10 or 12 million to that, and you get Yuri Tillemans.
Fucking bastard.
What's
Add
wrong,
what?
Nathan?
Add what?
Add,
Nah.
add, add like 10 or 12 million, and you get Yuri Tillemans. The Belgian midfielder.
Okay, got you. So you're not that convinced about Sanchez, eh?
No, I also think like it's been too much time since we've been interested. Even if he comes, it'll be like meh. Okay, that's good. All the excitement has gone from it, to be honest.
That is kind of true. The PSG thing has kind of done that. Nathan, what do you think of what Ollie said? 12 million to 15 million for his skill set, even though all the circus that is happening around him, though that's still a good price for someone that is that skillful. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. It is a good price, but again, I don't want a player that doesn't want Milan. If you don't want Milan, then get the fuck out of here. Like that means, let's say he joins Milan, and then his injury problems are miraculously over with. No more injuries for life. This guy's not going to stay. He's going to jump ship the moment he can, especially if Milan aren't even able to get to, like, let's say the quarterfinals or semifinals. He's going to have no reason to stay. So I don't want a player like that.
Nice, nice. I like that. Then you get that Shea Club from Rome. Okay, so the other two names that have been, let's say, linked to us in that would alternatives to Sanchez is Fratesi from Sassuolo that came out yesterday. And the reports on that is that it would be his agent was at Casa Milan yesterday doing some business for Maldini and another player. I forget who. Who is he? Tonali, I think. Yeah, Tonali. I think Tonali and Maldini are. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I'm not sure if it's Tonali, but I think Tonali. And anyway, he also has Fratesi. So the reports were saying that Milan inquired about Fratesi, and it would be like a situation where they don't pay straight up cash. It's going to be kind of like how Juventus has bought Locatelli, right? One payment at a time. And then there's the Wijnaldum situation. Wijnaldum is very in the ether.
No,
Looking
Wijnaldum
for
is joining Roma.
Oh,
Oh wow.
when did you see this?
One of my friends sent me. One of my Roma friends in Dallas. He sent me, information that it's like almost done.
Wow, damn, that is good signing for Roma because Wijnaldum will
Roma's
get a
going
lot
to
of
be a
space
good
there.
team. Roma is making a very good team right now.
Yes,
They are
And this
definitely.
is what,
I think they are definitely finishing in the top 4 next season.
yeah, with Jose Mourinho, he knows what he's doing. This is what my biggest problem is. Like these guys are naively thinking that we are just in cotton candy land, and these teams are not going to get better. Like I said in another podcast, our advantage last year that we talked about was that we have the stability of coaches. Now everybody else has that in their locker as well, and they're improving their team. So we now no longer have the advantage in that aspect.
that is true. We definitely don't have the advantage that we had last year, for sure. Those teams are all into the second year of their projects. You want to go into it thinking that they are getting better, that they are evolving. Most of that's the most likely case scenario. You don't want to bet on the fact that they're going to like fail or something like that. That's a big mistake if you do that. All those teams are definitely evolving. I mean, of course, so are we. So are we. But this Wijnaldum to Roma, this is very interesting because, again, what does this mean for Zaniolo? There was some words, some reports yesterday or 2 days ago saying that Zaniolo might just renew with Roma. So Roma might just want to renew Zaniolo. But I still think that the Zaniolo thing is still open, and we're going to find out in August.
But
May,
the thing is, Roma is also close to losing Veretout. He's close to joining OM. Either us or OM, actually. I saw a report,
yes.
but it's closer in Marseille than us.
Yes, the other team that Veretout is linked to is us, which is very disturbing because this player
Exactly.
is a player that I'm not happy about at all. If we replace Veretout with Kessie, I mean, he's French, right?
Who?
Veretout, he's French? Correct,
Yeah,
he's
yeah, yeah.
French. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, he would fit in right away with all the French people there, so he would fit in right away. But I don't sense any like top player quality vibes from this guy. Maybe I'm wrong. I know he bangs in goals and he likes to get, he does penalties. He scores a lot on penalties. But I'm not sensing like top player vibes from him. I'm sensing, like he's reached his. I don't know. I just not. I don't like this player for some reason. What do you
He's
guys
just
think?
he's just a good midfielder. He's solid rotation wise. He's not a star at all. That's the thing about him.
Don Carlo Moretti, vecchio cuore rossoneri, Forza Milan, Forza Milan. Um, quick question. What about Frattesi? What do you think of Frattesi?
I
Nathan,
mean,
you
what
can go ahead.
for the Tessie is what is his natural position?
All right, so Frattesi played in a 4-2-3-1 with Sassuolo, and he was one of the pivots. So he can play in that pivot. He played in that pivot role all year long. He is a very skillful midfielder. Definitely interesting prospect. He's very young. He's very young. Roma is also very close to him. He was on the verge of signing for Roma also. So it's a contention between Roma. He's most likely joining Roma if he's joining a club. But Milan spoke about him. He did very well in one of the national team games. I can't remember. I think it was against Germany, the first game. He did very well. He's a very interesting prospect. Definitely out of all these players, for me, he is the most interesting one. But, you know, we'll see. I don't think this is going to happen, though.
So again, I'm not saying he's not a good player, but again, he's a for us he would be a bench player, right? So
Yeah.
again, and I'll say it again and again and again, you do not buy your bench players before your starting 11 is complete. You don't do it. That's not how you build a team. So why are we getting a player when our first team is not even complete? Like, come on.
I don't disagree, my man. I do not disagree. What do you think, Saif, of Fratesi?
I mean, I think Nathan said it perfectly. Also, adding another thing, we have Pobega, as a backup. We're gonna stay on Ben Nasser and Tonali. The point is getting someone like Sanchez or Tielemans, that kind of midfielder that would challenge Ben Nasser to a starting role, not someone who will keep him comfortable, because I'll be honest, I like Ben Nasser. He's a special player for many reasons, but he can also get injured a lot and he can be very inconsistent. So I'd rather just buy an experienced already player than to count on a youngster who might not even play many games next season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All makes sense. All makes sense. Let's go to chat a little bit. Let's see what chat has got to say. We got Carlos saying, this is interesting. I think it may be us winning the league has given the owners an excuse not to spend money. Work with what you've got mentality. Are you guys sensing this?
100%. I also said this. Well,
I
before we
think
won the
everyone
league, I
might have
was
said
like,
this.
yeah, like, we all said like if we win the league, I'm sure the management will not spend any money because they will use it as an excuse that we are too good, and even if the other team strengthened, we are still one of the main favorites, which is a very shit mentality, to be honest.
I had a little bit back in my head. I had a little bit of fear that the club would approach it this way. They'd be like, "Oh wow, we already built a championship team. Like I guess we don't need to do much." You know, I kind of sense it was more of a fear that I had after reading Maldini's interview, after kind of seeing Redbird talk about sustainability, Moneyball, and all that stuff. I kind of had a fear about that. Um, it looks like that's what's happening. But let's see, guys. We still have 7 weeks and some change before the mercato is over. So we still have a long time to go. Um, you know. All right, what else? What else? Look at who Roma is signing, and our biggest interest, CDK, is just a good prospect at best.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I I put a poll in the chat, and it asks, who has the best roster or team roster so far? Inter, Milan, Juventus, Roma. What do you guys think?
On paper, we're last.
Today, I'm talking about today, not
Yeah.
in the future. Yeah, today.
Yeah.
Good,
On
good, like
paper,
starting 11, good starting 11 or a squad in general.
Squad in general.
Mm. I'll go with Juventus.
yeah,
Juve.
I would too.
Juventus, yeah.
All right, let's see who let's see who people voted for. Let's check. Let's check. So far, we have Milan and Juventus tied, 37% each. Inter second, and 5% Roma. So most people agree that Juventus is going to be our contender. I gotta say, I follow all the trainings of, well, not all the trainings, but I follow the trainings of the other teams, and the team that looks like Juventus looks like they're getting ready for war. Those sessions, everybody's very quiet, very focused. Everybody looks like a robot. They look like soldiers getting ready for war. The Milan trainings are looking good. It's more of a family environment. The Milan trainings, that family environment is always usually the key of a team of brothers that bond together, and usually that is one of the key ingredients that you need to be a championship team.
But
A
not always
championship
though.
team. Well, you need talent. You need talent that comes
Yeah.
with it. You need tactics, etc., etc. But it is one of the ingredient keys. One of the most important ingredient key that you can have. So Milan has that. Inter is looking similar to Juventus. Very very focused in their trainings. Working very hard. Roma looks okay. Napoli looking good in their trainings. Napoli looking very good in their trainings. All right, let's see what else we got. Pape Matar Sarr won CAF Young Player of the Year. Now, Sarr is another player that we're being linked to. I believe he plays in Chelsea, if I'm not wrong. And I saw this guy's highlights, I think it was in the winter transfer market. I was checking out his highlights, and he looked really good. Very technical player, very good on the ball. Are you guys familiar with this player?
No, not at all, to be honest.
Yeah, no, not either. Not really too sure who he is.
Yeah, he's a youngster, another prospect, but he looked very good in his highlights. So that's a good shout out. That is a good shout out. The Chukwam, yeah, go ahead.
Again, he's a backup player. Is this guy a right winger, or is he a cam or center forward? No, he's the defender, right?
Yeah, he's a defender that can also double up as a left back.
Okay, so he needs to wait.
Yeah, it's definitely for the bench. It's definitely just to fill up that Romagnoli role, that void that he left. That's really what it's all about. But anyway, he won CAF Young Player of the Year. I mean that is good, right? That is always good. The Chukwuemeka guy we're being linked with looks like a promising player, and he had a great U19 Euros. Not bad if we can get him for cheap, and his contract will run out next year. I saw Milan is also interested in this player, youngster, English youngster, and but again, it goes back to he's a prospect. You know, we're only getting prospects. It looks like we're only getting young prospects. Do you guys know anything about this player, Saif, Nathan? No. Huh? You're not familiar with it. All right, let me keep on going. Juventus are not used to not winning a single trophy all season. Of
Thank
course,
you.
they're getting ready for war. Yes, and by the way, Allegri did say, which he put a lot of pressure on the team and he put a lot of pressure on himself. He did say, we are playing to win the Scudetto. It is our obligation to win the Scudetto this year. So he's not hiding. He said it in his conference, and they're going all in for the win. Putting pressure on themselves, you know, it is what it is. I don't think that's the best thing, but really you cannot hide. Once the management does those kind of investments, brings you Bremer, brings you Pogba, brings you Di Maria, brought you Vlahovic just a few months ago, 6 or 7 months ago, you can't hide at that point. You have to say, yeah, we're not doing top four anymore. No, we're playing to win. So that's what they're saying in the Juventus camp. At some point, I think that it is right mentality. It is a right mentality. It's hard to build a winning team, and we did win the title. So if there's any changes, that should be 2 or 3 additions to that winning team. I agree with that. You don't want to change. You don't want to fix what's not broken, right? We do need a few additions. We definitely need something in that cam role. We need to replace Kessie. We need to replace Romagnoli. I don't know if we're going to do anything on that right wing, guys. I don't know if we're doing anything on that right wing. It looks like Messias and Salamakers are going to be the players that are going to still be.
Whoa!
Oh, your favorite
Oh.
Safe, Salamakers. Talk to me about that right wing, Safe.
The weak point of our team, I think. This is clearly why we were linked to both the Ketteler and Ziyech. For the people telling me that Messias and Salamakers are enough, well, there is no actual point of playing both Ziyech and CDK in that cam position. It just doesn't happen. They both will be starters. And Giroud will be our starting striker, so no one can tell me De Ketelaere is going to be our starting striker. So that basically means Makers is a closer. Not saying Makers out. I think he's a good closer from the bench. Can definitely help us win games. And I think Messias either gets injured or he's not consistent enough at times. We definitely do need a right winger.
There you go. Antonio, what's up? How you doing, my man?
What's up, Antonio?
Hello?
Hello.
Sorry, my headset was being weird. What's up?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I didn't join right away because I didn't get the notification for some reason that the live started. But
Incredible.
was this how many minutes ago? Oh, 43. Wow, it's been a while.
YouTube is just messing up, guys. YouTube is messing up. It's not sending out notifications. We're obviously interisti. We don't want the Milan win to be spread out. Antonio, what's going on with you? Never slow day of news or good day of news? What do you think?
Actually, well, I just got a tweet from like a Milan news page that says like that Eintracht Frankfurt, they're let me see exactly what it said, but I'm pretty sure some like their CEO or someone in their sporting like management group said that Milan's interest is real for Evan Ndika, but they have not received an offer, which is, as we all know, that's kind of what we're doing right now. Other than that, there's some like De Ketelaere stuff, but nothing really about Bruges, like if they've said anything. Yeah, and I have my own like opinions. Like I'm actually becoming more and more pessimistic about this mercato.
Oh no. If Antonio's getting pessimistic, then we have a problem. Yeah, Vendika, we haven't spoken about him yet. We spoke about the English 19, U19 prospect that won the Euro with the U19 English team. And I think here I read someone was saying he's been compared to Pogba, to Bellingham. But he's another young prospect, a very young prospect. Oh, by the way, that Sarr player is a Tottenham player. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, Pape Sarr. Yeah, that came out yesterday.
Yeah, he's a Tottenham player, and last season he played for Metz on loan. Okay, I see. Indica, guys, that would be the best signing that we could do all summer. If we can get that signing, I think it is a monster signing to replace Romagnoli. Left-footed player, perfect profile that Milan was looking for as far as size and height, and very technical, very aggressive. He's got pace, he's got dribbling, he's got intelligent movement of the ball, he's got the technique. This is a player that you can really develop into a super champion, and I would be very disappointed too if Milan don't land him. I'll be very disappointed too if Milan don't land him.
Guys, I have a question. No, Indica. Guys, I have a question. Okay. Just being real here, you guys talk about Indica and stuff, not questioning his abilities.
You have
Amazing,
a stop
freaking
sign
amazing.
for a reason, dumb bitch. Fucking pay attention.
That's right, Nathan. Tell her. Fucking
Tell her.
Bro, even on my day off, bro. Like even my
Even
day
on
off,
the
it doesn't
day off.
change.
Even on the days off.
Bro, there's a
Guys-
stop sign for a reason. You don't get
guys,
to
like-
drive through it.
Guys, we're looking for two attacking midfielders. We're looking for a center midfielder, and now we're gonna basically waste like at least 3 or 4 weeks on Indica. You guys get where I'm coming from? The whole
Yeah.
randomness, lack of plan. We talk all this time about Ziyech and CDK and Sanchez and I don't know who and
Well,
fucking I don't know who, and then we're gonna waste like 3 or 4 weeks at least on Indica, and then we're not gonna get anyone. I don't get it. I
so
don't
wait,
get it.
can
Why
I
are
just say
these-
something? It's not that we don't have a plan. I think the plan is clear. And the reason why I'm pessimistic about this mercato is because I feel like there actually is a very, very limited transfer budget because at this point, the two different plans are either we get to Ketelaere, we spend like 30 plus million on him, and then we sign like two players that are very, very like affordable and be like on loan, like Tanganga or someone else, because we do need a center back. That is part of the plan. But if we don't get to Ketelaere, the plan B is to go for Ndika. And that's concerning to me because it means that we can't get both of them, which would be just over 50 million if we did go for both of them. So that means that we really do have a stringent limit on what we can actually get. And other teams, like I'm look every day, like Roma, Juventus, they're going crazy in the mercato, and it's just like, why can't the champions, go for some players?
But Monza has spent more money than us. Berlusconi, the great Berlusconi, Boonga Boonga himself is fucking spending more money on a team that just got promoted. Like, come on, man. We have no excuse.
Yeah, guys, it is a very strange mercato. Very strange. I mean, look at how it started with Maldini's doom and gloom interview. That's how our mercato started, basically with that. And then so long waiting for the Maldini and Massara saga to end. We had to wait till the last moment. How much did that take out of us? The energy that took out of us. And then after that, now we're week three of the mercato. And things have not changed at all. The needle has not moved whatsoever. It is a very strange strategy. It's very strange how they're operating. I guess there really is maybe money limits, and they really have to count their pennies. It really does look like that. As a matter of fact, Marshall says, I feel like Maldini, like a homeless guy standing beside the road holding a sign. Instead of saying, we'll work for food, it says, we'll take players for free. And, and yeah, it looks like that's what's going on. It looks like that's what's going on. It's very sad. Say, if you were going to say something about Ndika, what were you going to say?
I think he just said that he doesn't we're wasting time going for it.
Okay.
Because we're not going to be able to pay 20 for him.
I thought he was going to say something about the player himself. Like, what do you think?
No, he said he really liked Ndika.
Okay, guys. I might have been distracted. My bad. Nathan, have you seen this Ndika guy, this defender?
Hold on. What Eastbourne put something in the chat, but where is he getting this source from?
Oh, wait, hold on, guys. Milan has reached. What? Come on, bro. Don't tell me this.
Hold on.
Bro, don't tell me this, Eastbourne. Because if this is fake, come on.
Guys, bro, I will say it wouldn't be hard to reach an agreement with him because his current contract, he's making 300,000 euros a year. So raising this to $1.5 million, $2 million is would be very easy for us. So.
Well, guys, we always have personal terms agreed with every player. That's never been our problem.
Yeah, because we can get them to accept our wages and to come to us, but the problem is we can't close the deal because we have no transfer budget.
Thank you.
No, Eastbourne usually does not put up BS, so he definitely got this from somewhere. So Milan has reached an agreement with Ndika and now needs to find an agreement with Frankfurt. The French CB is valued at 12-14 and could arrive alongside Tanganga.
Oh, it says in case Gabbia is sold to Sampdoria.
So maybe Ndika comes and we keep Gabbia. Let's just do that. Come on. Why are we wasting time with any other player? This is
we need Italian players, for some reasons.
No, I mean, me and Roy have been saying that, but everyone doesn't care. So
no. I mean, we need them for the UCL,
no, I know,
with the qualifier team.
I know. Me and Roy have been saying that, but
other than
who
that,
cares? Yeah. we already know this. But if we're gonna get Italian players, it's not gonna be even a mediocre. It's not gonna even be a prospect or anything. A Cherby, we're gonna go for shitty fucking guys like that. That's why I keep saying if we're gonna go for Italian players, at least go for the next best Italian players. Yeah, they might not be world class right now, or it might not be how you guys want them to be. But if they're 21 or 22, we can make them that good. But that's not how this team operates. So fuck it, who cares?
Yeah, I'm with you. But the other issue with this team in particular, Milan, and how they're so tight with their money, because of these tax laws you have in Italy, getting players that are coming from abroad is just more convenient for AC Milan because they save the money on the taxes. And I'm not even talking about getting Italian players. Like a player like Kessi that started in Italy, he's considered, a Serie A product. Even Kessi, you can't save taxes on him. So you don't even need to be Italian to save the taxes. It's just domestic players. You have this stupid, crazy law in Italy that domestic players, you pay the regular amount of taxes, but if you get a player from abroad, those taxes get diminished every year. It's like you're literally creating a situation in which you're given a disadvantage to domestic players. And I'm not just talking about Italians. I'm talking about players that started their career in Serie A. It's just such a strange law. I don't get it. So because of that reason, I don't see Milan ever going for any Italian prospect. It's just impossible. It'll
But
never
Roy,
happen.
this comes down to scouting. Barcelona and Real Madrid, when they go get like the next best players, they've known about these guys since they were like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah, but
Milan,
they still
because of the
spend
way
like a bunch of money.
hold on, the way that Italian teams are, and the way Italian teams and Italian mindset is, they're not going to go get a super talented 16-year-old and actually play them. Like Roy, we're talking about Chiesa. We knew Chiesa from a long time. He was going to be phenomenal. Milan could have went and got him before his price tag even reached 30 million. But they're
True.
not going to do it because of his age. Plain and simple. If these guys could look past age, they could go get Chiesa. They can go get Zaniolo. When you can tell these from a young age that these guys are genetically superior.
Guys,
Like,
wait,
you can see
can I say one thing?
You could have told these players were going to be great when they were 16. When
Come
they're
on, guys.
16.
Exactly.
That's like this
I
is
agree.
Exactly.
I
epitome of-
100% agree with
this is
Nathan.
the
Our-
No,
epitome-
and Antonio,
epitome of
can you,
hindsight
Antonio,
bias right
hold
here.
on.
No,
No, it's
no.
not hindsight bias, Antonio, because I've been talking about this for a long time and how, especially teams like Ajax, the French teams, Barcelona, these guys, this is how they operate. They don't wait for a guy to be 80 million unless that's what he starts off at. But at that age, at that young of an age, they go and get them straight away before their price tag becomes overinflated. That's what they do.
And
Same
then
thing for teams like Eintracht Frankfurt, and some of the teams in Germany. These guys don't go out and spend 60 million on a 20-year-old. They get them when they're like 16.
Yeah,
Like,
but
this
it's
is
not
basic.
Okay. Listen,
This
it's
is
not
basic,
as simple
basic.
as getting this player and he's going to be this good in the future. They get a
Exactly.
lot of.
You're
Okay,
You
wait,
see,
can
you're
you
doing
stop?
it right now.
Hold on, let
You're
him
doing
talk.
it right now.
You can
Yeah,
get
sorry.
you know how many young players they experiment with? It's like it's a trial and error process. It's not like every single player they get just because they think they have a very high potential ends up being that good. It's not like some sort of easy like plug-in formula. It's like it's random. So you have to. It's also luck that's involved.
No,
It's not.
So
You
it's
can't.
true.
You can't say this person is going to end up being like a top 3 world class player.
Antonio.
Nothing is guaranteed.
Okay, Nathan, go
Antonio.
ahead. Then I want to say my bit.
At the age of 16, 17 years old, if you are genetically superior, we're not talking about ball skills or anything like that. Because at a young age, in Italy, you are grown up through tactical training. So the tacticality and the skills already going to be there just because that's the nature of the league. But when you are also genetically superior, that shows when you're like 16, 17 years old. So it's more beneficial for you to take that risk and spend, let's say, 10 million, 20 million at that age compared to when he's 60 million. And then all of a sudden, let's say he's like crazy injury prone, muscle injuries left and right, like Pellegrini.
No.
You see
But
what I'm saying?
Nathan, at that age, they're worth 1 million. They're worth 500K. They're worth
Well, I
300K.
was just giving like an extreme example. Like,
What does genetically superior mean? Do you mean like physically
Hold on,
strong?
but guys,
Is that what we're
excuse me.
saying?
Let me say this. You can see who the players are going to be, the ones that are going to be the next superstars, because these players start getting called in the national team from when they're 12, 15, 16,
Okay,
17.
let me look up when Chiesa was first called.
And all these players go through the national ranks all throughout all their lives. So you can see who is going to be the best ones. Because the Italian scouts are telling you, the national team scouts are telling you who they think are going to be the best ones. The vast majority, like 90% of all Italian players that became superstars, started their national careers, national team careers when they were young teenagers.
Exactly.
Like
And
Pirlo,
you
Gattuso, Buffon, Maldini, etc., etc.
and if you get these guys by only spending around 5 to 10 million, that's a very low risk, and then you can sell them on later on if you need to. But you're able to develop them for at least 5 years before they really start taking off in the first team. So you're not taking your risk to reward ratio is so incredibly lopsided because you have taken such a small risk in the beginning. But because
Guys,
these guys cannot look past the age factor, and that's why they miss all these chances in the beginning.
guys, it's not that they're not going. They're like the age being young is something that's like steering them away from players.
Bro,
It's
that
that
definitely is.
well, not necessarily in my opinion, but I was looking up Chiesa when he was first called up to the senior national team. He was already established as in Fiorentina, and that's when he started to break out. And at that point, he was like around 19 years old, but he was already an established player for Fiorentina. And Fiorentina is not a club that's going to let you have him for like less than like 20 million, let's say, maybe like at that point. So 20 to 30 million. So it would have still been expensive at that point.
Okay, but you can
Nathan,
tell
are you
before
talking
that
about
even
Primavera
happened.
or are you talking about first team? I think Nathan is talking about Primavera.
Well, at the age of 16, 17, obviously you're considered Primavera, but you can tell at that age, teams like Fiorentina. Hold on, actually, let's make this a little bit easier. Can you check when his first game with the Fiorentina senior team was?
I believe it was in the year
And I don't
2017.
mean I don't mean starting. I don't mean starting. I meant like even if he came from the bench, what was his first appearance and how old was he?
I think this is a great example. Animaniac 89 says we purchased Chaka Traore when he was 17. Like Chaka Traore is skill, is talent. That kid is definitely a gem. And this is, I think, what I'm talking about, and I think what Nathan is talking about. Is like Milan does not have a culture of building strong primaveras. We are one of the teams. We're like not even in the top 10 of primaveras historically in Italy.
I agree. That's a different argument. I'm totally fine with that. Building a strong Primavera is good, but if you're telling me that you can already tell, like Shaka Traore is going to be like a top class player in Italy already, you can tell that right now. I'm sorry, but that's BS. Not even the best scouts in Europe can say that. But yes, I understand. Like trying to build a young Primavera system.
So what makes you think that Chaka Traore will not?
Well, I'm not saying he is a possibility, but I'm saying like based on he hasn't shown any like sort of dominance in the Primavera yet. He hasn't shown anything like based on his stats, like you guys love like to with Berardi's stats. You love to bring up stats. His stats aren't that good. So all I'm saying is you can't say that he's going to be amazing just at this young of an age. He still has a lot of work to do.
you have an eye for talent.
He has potential.
Hold on. You have an eye for talent. You see the talent. Then it's up to you to grow that talent and to create that talent.
There's other factors though.
And Antonio, let me tell you, when Barcelona sees the talent and he's at the age of Traore, he is already getting a few minutes here and there with the senior team. It's not going to take him till he's 22 to get some minutes finally with the senior team. Guys, that guy is already going to play.
Listen, I'm sorry, but if you're going to tell me that Barcelona is successful because of their youth system, I'm sorry, but that like
Barcelona's
look
success came from their youth system.
Yeah, okay, yes, which in early, but currently, like yes, I know
exactly. And why are they not at that level right now?
What do you mean? They're still developing.
Hold on, guys. Excuse me, Antonio. But who has a better system of developing youth players here between Milan and Barcelona?
Of course, Barcelona. But listen,
Okay, so
I'm saying currently they're first of all they haven't been successful for a few years. Second of all,
Sure.
currently right now the only reason why they're getting hyped up again is because they just spent so much money on the transfer market. It's not on foreign players. It's not like they're successful because of their youth. The bottom line is if you want to be successful, you have to spend more money. That's the thing. It's not like that's the
We're
question.
not saying that though, Antonio.
Yeah.
We're not saying not to spend money as well.
Right.
But Barcelona, look at the players that they got. Look how young those players are. In Italy, those players would not be given that time of day. They simply wouldn't. That's just the culture of the league.
It is older, but if you're that good at a young age, you would be given a chance.
Yes,
if you're really that
the
good.
reason why they are that good is because they allow these players to properly develop. They're not scared to develop them.
I'm going to be honest with you.
In Italy, we are scared that if we try to advance their development, that maybe they might lose confidence. And by thinking that way, you are actually limiting the player's confidence yourselves because you're not even giving them a chance. If you're not given a chance in something, eventually you're going to start thinking, well, man, maybe I really am not as good as I think I am because they're not believing in you.
The results say it. Like, it's not. First of all, we shouldn't be ashamed of saying this. Like, the results say it.
It's
like,
the truth.
Our youngsters is almost. They were relegated. They came back to the Serie A. They just escaped relegation. It's something that needs to change. I think this management will change that, guys. But before we keep on going, let me just say this. If you have not liked just yet, there's something wrong with you guys. Because if you're a real Milanista, you will have clicked that like button right now, guys. Let's get to 700 likes today before the stream is over. So click that like button. And also, guys, we have a new thing. You can become a member. You can join, and you get loyalty badges. You can use custom emojis, etc., etc. So that is there too. You can become part of the Curva Sud RossonARI TV. All right.
Italy as a whole has a development issue, like of young players. Of course, that's true. I'm not denying that. Then that's the main problem. But if you tell me that but that's different from saying that a very very talented like 17-year-old in an Italian team that really deserves to play isn't going to play. I disagree with that because if someone was that talented, they would be playing.
You mean like he is a Zaniolo, who we could have gotten when they were only.
But they did play but they played for Italian teams. So what's your argument? Is your argument that we're not getting them, or that they're not playing enough? Because
my argument is that we simply lack the vision to find these players early on.
Okay, so let me jump to that point now. So when they were already playing though in Italy, and once they became sort of like established, even they were young, like at 19, 18 years old, whatever. At that point, their price is already high. Like, so
Antonio, you said the key word already.
Yeah, what? At that point. Yeah, I know. You're saying that go after them when they're like 15 years old before they even know they're going to be good. And and apparently you can scout better than our entire scouting staff and everyone because you have an amazing vision, which is
No. You're being disingenuous because you know for a fact that Milan has not had a great scouting team for youngsters and development, etc. Look at Inter. Inter has been developing players like crazy. Okay, they don't use those players; they just sell them. But they've been developing some very important players. Juventus, Roma, Atalanta. These are teams that every year develop a lot of players, and Roma more than the other teams. But Milan has been absent in this. Is this even up to debate? I'm sorry.
No, the Milan's Primavera is very poor, but that's still different from you going and being able to tell that Chiesa is going to be like an amazing player when he's 15 years old and he hasn't even proven himself in his stats. That's different in my opinion. So I mean, is Chiesa? Like there's a lot of players that look good at that age.
Antonio, when Fati was that age, everybody knew he was going to be phenomenal.
Wait, what age are you talking about? Because he really broke out like in the past year or two.
See, wrong. Again, Fati has been in the picture for far longer than that. This is my point. If you don't,
okay, go ahead.
if you don't have an eye for this type of thing, it's easy to say, "Oh, this person's only been known for like a year or two now," and that's simply not true. I can even go back to even when Bojan Krkic first showed up. If he would have had the proper development, and let's say he stayed at Barcelona, he would have been much better. But if you remember his time at Barcelona, Boyan was literally becoming unstoppable.
Yeah. I have three things to say about Fati in this point. First of all, even if the thing is, I can't really argue this point with you because I can say that Fati realistically blew up 2 years ago. That's not a lie. But you're just going to answer me and say that, oh, but I was watching him in the youth system, and so I know that he was amazing like 4 years ago. Like, so I can't argue with you because you can say whatever you want about your own scouting abilities. Second point is, like Hamza says, Fati isn't even that good right now. Like, he's good, but he was injured, and injuries are a factor as well. One of the factors. Like injuries and other things are factors that slow players down that you cannot predict from a young age, and that's one of the points I was.
Have y'all watched him since he's been back from injury?
Yeah, he's good, but there's so many players that are.
His first game back from injury, he comes into the Barcelona team, changes the game, and gets goals. His first
a great goal as well.
A great goal as well. So for someone to sit here and tell me that he wasn't that good, that tells me that you simply were not watching like you think you were. Plain and simple.
Fati, guys, the thing about Fati, when he's fit, he has the potential to be a Ballon d'Or winner. Just that injuries, he hasn't been able to play. But when he plays, much difference. Like his class is undeniable. Started for Spain, and was gonna become the next superstar for Spain at his young age. Like, what more evidence do you need?
Yeah. So
another point is on that point. At the time when he's like blowing up at 17, when he's 17 years old, that's when he started, proving himself to be a very good player. I mean, not only is he on Barcelona, ignore the fact that Barcelona would never sell him, but how expensive do you think he is already at that age?
But why do you think he developed that quickly?
Okay, so how young does a player have to be in your book? How many years ahead do you want to get these players? At what age do you think you can already predict how good they'll be? I'm just curious. Because apparently it's very easy.
It depends on how their development process goes.
AKA when they start showing that they're good. AKA when their price already starts increasing.
But they're already so when you're at least 14 years old, the signs are already showing up. They're already showing up.
Yeah, you can tell. Continue. You can tell who are the players that are going to become.
But why don't you guys go? You can
actually let me, from my experience, you can tell from when they're 6 years old, from when they're 4 years old. You can tell who has the potential of becoming a superstar. It's not that we are going to go and scout; it's that they are not doing a great job at their scouting, while other teams are. That's a point. It's not saying that if I go scout, I do a better job. No, they're probably exceptionally good at their job, but they're not doing the best job possible. And also, again, the national teams, like this kid here that we're being linked to, this English kid, he was playing in the U19s. They just won a tournament. He was one of the stars of that tournament. That's the kid that is probably going to become one of the stars. The stars that are in the U19 teams that are doing those tournaments. You see how they perform in those tournaments all over the world, not just in Europe, Africa, South America, Asia, all over the place. It's from the national teams when they go out. Those are usually the players that get selected because they have the most talent, and then when they shine in those tournaments for their respective teams, those are the best players. Chiesa was that, Zaniolo was that, Pirlo was that, Gattuso was that, Totti was that, Del Piero was that. All of them went through the same trajectory. Right now, Scamacca has gone through all the ranks. I don't know if Raspadori has. I don't know. I haven't checked. Probably Frattesi is the same. So you know who the players are going to be. And then sometimes you have these outliers that just become big once they hit the once they're seniors.
My point in this, I agree with you guys that our Primavera, it doesn't get enough attention. and we don't bring in enough talent. Like last year, there were like maybe, I think last season, not this past season, but 2 seasons ago, we did bring in a couple of players from abroad to the Primavera, and I think that's good. And I think we should be bringing more players that we scout. I agree with that. But I only disagree with you guys when you say that you can, like, we should have gotten Chiesa like when he was 15. Like, I don't think he was established like that yet. Sorry, my dog just came in. 1 second.
Did your dog just open the door?
Yeah, she's a really big dog.
But again, the thing is, right now, Milan is not in a position where we can spend 60 million on one player. So if we would have just done the smart route, which is go for these younger players when they're that age, we wouldn't be in this type of situation. Again, we're not saying like you can tell which Italian is going to be mediocre, which one really has something special, or which one's going to be, below average. These things are not like it's honestly not that difficult to see. It really isn't.
Okay, so my point is this, right? So let's assume that like this is how it works. At 15, you know that these players are going to be top prospects. So you guys have been cited Zaniolo and Chiesa. Zaniolo is valued at like I think how much, like, I mean, Roma don't want to sell him like for like less than 50 million, and he's valued at that much. But Chiesa is valued more, and he was sold for 60 million. And in my opinion, he's much better than Zaniolo, and he's also proven himself much more. And I think he's a better player. At that point, how can you tell that, okay, this player is going to be very good, this player is going to be good but not that good, this player is going to be good? They all have potential, but you don't know how good they're going to be. Like, I think Chiesa is much better than Zaniolo.
All right, okay. And the best scouts are the ones that usually get it the most correct. We don't have the best scouts. That's the thing, right? You have people that are very specialized at this job, that are very good at this job, and they can tell, they have all the telltale signs. And it's what their calling in life is, to scout players. We just don't have. I mean, maybe we do right now because honestly, like, this is a new project, so we are seeing that this team is looking at youngsters much more. I guess future will tell. But that's all. You just need to get these scouts that are very good at their job and can get you, okay, that guy's going to be Chiesa, that guy's going to be Zaniolo, that guy's going to be Neymar, that guy's going to be Messi, etc., etc.
It sounds like you guys are more equipped to be our leading scouts than Moncada at this point. I'm like, I give you guys a round of applause. You guys know your stuff.
Well, and like, hold on, we'll even shift to CDK. I can almost guarantee Hans has known about CDK for far longer than just the few months to a year that he's been talking about him. I'd be willing to bet Hans has known about him for at least 2 years, maybe
Hans,
a year and a half.
Legolas? You're talking about Legolas, the scout?
Yes. I guarantee you, if this attention to him was brought up a year and a half to 2 years ago, this guy's price tag would not be 35 million or 40 million. It'd be like 20 million. And then it would be us who has CDK with 2 years of experience because he's on Milan with us playing in the Champions League for 2 years or 3 years in a row.
Yeah, when we weren't even qualified for Champions League yet.
Yeah, but if we get these players before then we would be qualified.
That's pretty simple. If only it worked like
that. Sometimes the simplest answer is the correct answer.
Nice. I think I'm just going to listen to your logic, even though it sounds like you can just predict how things are just going to go in the timeline. So
I'm going to say something. Clint says, I disagree, Moncada is top tier. I agree. Moncada really is top tier. So I am going to reserve judgment as far as the youngsters go, because it's still a very young project. Because if I look at some of the youngsters we got, especially that Shaka Traore, like, it looks like that kid looks like he's going to become a top talent. He looks like he's going to become a top talent. He has the technique. He has the football brain. It really does. And then let's see what happens to the new guys we got, like the Irish kid, Hefferman, this Venezuelan kid that we got just recently, Hauqueda, whatever his name is. Roback looks like he did not go too good for Roback. Nasty. A lot of teams are contending nasty. There is this Italian kid we're looking at, Vincenzo Mancini. He looks very good. Let's see Lazetic. What happens with Lazetic? Because we still have Lazetic. Maybe Lazetic is going to become. Wait, did we buy Lazetic or was he loaned? And is he back at Red Star?
I believe we bought him, and he's with us at the training ground. Right now.
Okay. So yeah. So let's see also what happens with Lazetic, because Lazetic is this project operation, is a Moncada operation. Let's find out. You know, he came to us, but he was super young. I didn't think he was going to get much playing time in the first team, especially now that we got to fight for the Scudetto. So, but he's going to 19th year of his life, right? 19th year. Let's see what he does. Let's see how he develops. He might become a top crack. You know, he might be one of those El Crackers. So let's see. Gnonto is going to become a top talent too. He's going to be free next year, and I honestly believe he will end up at Juve. They love free players like Gnonto. You know, Gnonto is going to become one of the superstars of Italy in the future. The guy at 18 already made the senior. But Gnonto, I've been following Gnonto since he was 16, because he's been part of the Italian squad since he was 16, and he's been going up the ranks, and he's always been doing great. So this is what I'm saying, Antonio. There are some players that you can tell. For example, it's just following the youth international teams, the youth national teams of each country, and you can tell who is going to be the player.
Right.
Like for example, last thing, and I'll be quiet. Tomori has been in all the English youth teams. He's been winning trophies with the English teams. He's been winning personal awards. So that would have told you Tomori is going to be was a top prospect. Now you can say Tomori is
we have a shit. I agree, but we have a shit academy according to Chelsea. In comparison to Chelsea, Chelsea have a sick academy, but we have a shit academy.
Also, if you're telling me that you can go and get Tomori from Chelsea when he's like winning stuff with the youth team and doing very well, it's still gonna either they don't want to sell him to you because they believe that he can't at that time he was going to be successful, or he's too expensive. But we went in for him at a time when he was available, like the opportunity was there to loan him out and then buy him. So it depends, because if you're looking at these really young players on top clubs as well, it's not as easy as going there and buying them, because those clubs are going to resist if they really believe that that he has that potential. So it's different.
Yeah, but at a young age, you don't. Those clubs, again, when it comes to the Italian mindset, those clubs are going to take 5 or 10 million because they know how youngsters are developed in Italy. So they're fine with taking that type of money.
So what? Like, not
I
if
mean,
you're
how
okay.
much
If you
is
okay,
Roma-
let's
how
say
much does Daniele go to Roma?
Ansu Fati. If you go to Barcelona when he's like 16, 15 years old and say, "Hey, we want to buy him. We'll give you 10 million," they're gonna decline that. I'm gonna tell you.
Of course, because they understand what they have, and that's where Italy needs to get. That's where Milan needs to get, and Italian teams in general need to get to this level. They need to understand what type of player they actually have if they are a beast like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm arguing that it's not that they need to understand, is that they just don't have many of those players. It's very rare for a player to be that good to develop in Italy.
It's also different, Antonio, because Barcelona don't give these players away because they want to use them in the future, like Gavi,
that's what I just said,
like Pedri, like Fati. But the thing is, about us, even if they were good, we wouldn't use them anyway. We don't use Primavera players at all.
Yeah, because none of our Primavera players are that good, in my opinion. Like, that are ready. They're not ready.
That I agree with. Yeah, even those who are good enough, it just isn't in our strategy. Like, how many of our players right now came from the Primavera?
Well,
Yeah,
right now we got two. We got Calabria and we got Pobega.
But
which we can talk about. Like, what do we think about how Calabria was developed and how Pobega was developed? Being sent out on loan at Spezia, then being sent out on on loan then to Torino. Like that's a smart way to develop a player because you got this player to get to sweat it out, to fight with to you put him in the trenches. Now he's back. Let's see if his strategy worked. Then we have Maldini in there too. Don't forget about Daniele Maldini. Comes from a Primavera. He won the Scudetto when he was in the U15 team. And he always was a star of each of the youth teams he was part of. So let's see how we develop Maldini too. Again, now he's 20, going into 21st year. It's a little bit late, I think, but we start to need to see something from him too.
And then let's look at how the coaching is. Everything we're talking about, these guys are not ready, but this all comes down to how the coaching is at our system. Like it's really harsh to blame the players for the development when our own coaching development is garbage.
Yeah. All right. Let's
So
move
why don't we
Go
just
ahead.
send some of our coaches overseas for training, essentially?
Yeah, let's move the subject. We've been talking about this for a long time. Let's keep on going with different subjects. Is it important for youth team to win trophies, or is supplying players to the first team priority number one? I think if your youth team is winning trophies, is because there's talent. There's talent there, and if you have talent,
Um,
then you can use that talent.
I don't know.
That's
Like, does Barcelona B win the title? They don't, but yet they produce crazy good talent, generational players.
yeah. I mean, well, is Barcelona be considered youth, the youth team?
Uh, yeah, I
Barcelona
would
B
guess so.
is Barcelona B is like a U23 team that plays in the Serie B, the Spanish Serie B, right? I think that's what it's. I think the question is more like the youth, like the 19-year-olds, the 18-year-olds, the 16-year-olds, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah, I mean, Gavi like came to Barcelona when he was in the first team when he was 16, I think, going to 17. And look at him. Yeah.
Carlo Moretti says, "I hate the silence. Maldini must know how restless we are becoming and should address our fears." Maldini is like a Milanista in and out. He knows exactly how we all feel. He told us how he feels. We know how Maldini feels. He told us. In Italy, top clubs rely on the lower teams to develop the young players. Then it's a bidding war. Okay, do you guys think if CDK arrives, we need Ziyech, considering the fact that Ali Ibrahim is there in camp position? We need a central midfielder and Indica. Okay, good
This is
question.
a winger, and we need a winger. So yeah, we still need him.
You would still get Ziyech, eh?
Yeah, because we need a winger. Those guys that he just mentioned are all cams, and I don't think CDK is to me, he's not a winger material. I think he's better suited in the middle as either a cam or a striker or a false nine, whatever you want to say.
Wait, Ziyech isn't suited as a winger?
No, no,
No,
he's
no,
saying
he's saying he
is.
is. He's saying he is.
Okay. Sorry, I just missed it.
Like, the reports today are saying if we get CDK, it means we're not getting Ziyech. If we don't get CDK, it means we are getting Ziyech and we're getting Indica. So basically, if we get CDK, what was it, Antonio? You told me yesterday. If we get CDK, we're getting Tanganga. If
That's
we're
what
not,
they're saying,
yeah, if we don't get CDK, that means we're going for Ziyech and Indica. So the question is, topic: would you go for CDK Tanganga or Ziyech Indica? You cannot answer, all of them. You have to say one or the other right now. Just this little game.
Ooh,
What would you guys say? CDK Tanganga or Ziyech Indica?
Ziyech and Indica, no hesitation.
Damn. Why, Antonio? Tell me.
And I think Indica is going to be a top prospect, and I really want a defense of Hernandez and Indica with the left foot, Tomori, and then maybe either Kalulu or Calabria at right back, number one. I think Indica, everything about him is just amazing, and I would feel even though we have a great defense already, I'd feel even better with an even stronger defense. And I think even we could even play a back three in some settings if we wanted to, like in some tactical situations. And I really like Ziyech also. I think Ziyech is going to be a very interesting player because on the right wing, I think we're going to have a new dynamic, someone who can actually shoot from distance and give us some goals. And I think that I think Diaz, as much as I was like, not, I'm pretty low on Diaz. In some games, I think like he won't. I know we do need a cam. Like I was really hoping we'd also get like a cam as well. But if we can't get anyone else, I think we'd still be okay with like Diaz and rotating other players and if we needed to. So I think that Ziyech and Ndika would just be, good for the UCL this year. They would just be like kind of they're more likely to succeed in their first year and to kind of give us that boost.
All right, I'll go next. Those are good. I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying. So, and then I want to hear Safe and Nathan too. But my thing with CDK Tanganga, I really like the idea of CDK. The prospect of CDK, to me, at this point, I'm convinced. I really think this kid has something special and he's going to become a champion. Tanganga, there's nothing there because he's in the fringes of Tottenham, injured all year round. Paratici and the other guy have always scammed us, always with Caldara, Higuain. They took Chiesa from us. So these guys are just no good. Like, we should not be doing any business with these guys whatsoever. So I have a lot of red flags when it comes to Tanganga. I would rather just develop Gabbia. On the other hand, Ziyech. I have red flags about Ziyech because of his situation with the national team. And for me, Ziyech doesn't give a shit about AC Milan. He doesn't give a shit about playing football. He wants to get paid money. This is the sense that I'm getting. Like, he's happy to stay at Chelsea and get his money. And he's not going to come to Milan. I don't think he's going to come to Milan if Milan is not going to give him what he wants. Ndika, on the other hand, I think is a top talent, world class top talent that is such a good opportunity. So the balance is: would I rather get CDK or Ndika? That's the question. It's one of the two. If I could get both, that'd be the perfect world. If I could get the two, I don't know, man. Safe, what do you think? Maybe you can give me some light into this.
Uh, Man, it's a bit hard to be honest. I was hoping instead of Tanganga or what's his name, Indika, we would have said a midfielder because I think we desperately need a midfielder. I know people don't talk about this much, but I think we need a midfielder like a CDM, someone who can play in the double pivot more than we actually need another defender. But that's I don't know. That's my opinion. I would go for CDK because the amount of talk of by hands, I obviously saw him a lot. The amount of hype that this guy got, made me pretty excited about him. The videos that I saw. Although I love ZH, like ZH coming would transform our team. I think I would much rather invest in somebody who's young, and who can and is fit and can carry the help like someone like Leo carry the project in our attack for many years to come. Hopefully, if Leo stays. So I would pick. Also, I like Tanganga. I know you're not high about him, but I think he can be like a Tomori like deal. While he's not Tomori, don't get me wrong. I think he's versatile. He's strong. I think he's much better than Gabia, and he can help us a lot. So I would pick Tanganga and CDK.
Nice, I like it. Very decisive. I like that. Very good, very good. What about you, Nathan? Who would you choose? And then I still haven't chosen yet, by the way. But what about you, Nathan? Who would you go?
Can you say
CD.
the options again?
So CDK Tanganga, option number one. Option number two, Ziyech Indika. By the way, I haven't heard you talk about Indika at all. Are you aware of this player? Do you know him?
I mean, I watched a few games, like because he's on Frankfurt, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I watched a few games because I was watching Hogway as well. But um, I mean, he is a good player. I'm not gonna deny that he's not a good player. Um, if he comes in, you would have to do something with either Adley or Pobega. So I think I would prefer to just keep Gabia and train him, and then use Adley as a try and train Adley up to be more of a cam, and have Indika in the rotation with Tonali.
But Indika is a
Then
defender.
oh, is he? Damn, I was like who? I thought Ndika was a CDM.
No. Indika is a center back that left-footed center back that can also play as a left back. He's a super top talent. Super top talent. Okay, maybe you're not too familiar with him, or you're confusing him with someone else.
Maybe I'm confusing with someone else.
Yeah.
If he could play left back, then I would. And you said Ndika and Ziyech.
Yeah. So would it be Indika
Then
and
yeah,
Ziyech
I
or
would take Ndika
CDK?
and Ziyech because we need a backup left back.
Oh. Yes. Guys, look at this. Chub Eno says, we need to move faster on Indika because after the Bremer situation, I'm worried about Juve. Indika and Bremer scary since their scouts clearly aren't good. They need to steal other targets like Barca. I am very surprised that Indika is still on the market right now. If we don't pounce on this one, then at that point, I'm like, okay, there's something wrong. There's definitely something wrong because what are we doing here? What are we doing? Breaking, Milan resigns Samu Casillas as a right wing back. Milan fans rejoice. Yeah, Casillas, by the way, is getting some issues. Okay, guys, let me make my decision. My decision would be... Oh, man, I can't decide. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I do not know, guys. I think I'm going to have to say CDK Tanganga. With a heavy heart, I'm going to have to say CDK Tanganga because they're both young and you can develop them. I think Ziyech is the one that breaks it for me. I just have some. I know Ziyech is an incredible footballer, and he's got one of the best left foots on the planet, probably. I just have many red flags about this player. With his national team, the fact about his wages, and I don't know. I might be completely wrong about Ziyech though. Like I might be completely wrong about his character. I'm not saying I know much about Ziyech. I haven't seen him play much. All right, let's see. Let's go to chat here. As per reports of Gazzetta dello Sport, if Elliott is funding for CDK, then Redbird already gave a ceiling of 50 million for market. We can buy or loan Sanchez. I mean, that would be the ideal thing. The ideal thing today, the 10 out of 10 AC Milan Calcio Mercato today would be Ndika, Renato Sanchez, CDK, Ziyech. That would be the 10 out of 10 Mercato for me. What do you guys think? What would you give that Mercato? Ndika, Renato Sanchez, Ziyech, CDK. Antonio.
Yeah, that's probably a perfect Mercato. I mean, we're addressing every position we need to address. I mean, you could make the argument that we need a more defensive midfielder, but I think we'd still be fine if we with this Mercato. So I would say 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay, this is a funny comment here. Ollie says, I'd pick CDK and Tanganga. Of all four of them, only CDK has a girlfriend/wife. The others don't have any girls. Mark of low self-confidence. Ziyech ex-girlfriend even got preggers with other dude's baby. Damn, what?
Bro, what the hell is he smoking, bro? Like, what is he saying?
That is hilarious. That is funny. Kunde is going to Chelsea. Watch Ndika get linked to other clubs now. Guys, who is this Nkunde guy? Like, who is this guy? I'm not familiar with him.
He's from Sevilla. He's a really
Top
good ball
prospect,
playing center
yeah.
back.
CDK and Ndika, we shouldn't compromise on quality, in my opinion. I 100% agree with you, Chabino. Guys, by the way, if you have not already, you can click that like button. We need to get to 700 likes by the end of the stream. And also, guys, remember, you can become a member. You can just go on the front page, click that join button, and become a RossonARI TV member, where you get perks and you get loyalty badges, and you can use custom emojis, etc., etc. So do that, guys. Do it for the Rossoneri colors. But first of all, click that like button. Do we or do not have money? I just don't get it. I mean,
We do not have money.
We do not have money.
But we must have something, right? I mean, with all those amortizations. I mean, is it really 50 million? So is Longo? We were all saying that Longo spreads fake news. So was he not So I guess he was saying the truth. But if Lungo was saying we have 50 million plus amortizations, that means we have 100 million. But 50 million is going to be spent on wages. 50 million is going to be spent on players. Maybe that's the situation. If that's the situation, that's sad, guys. That is just 100% sad. Very sad. CDK and Tanganga, for me, I saw many reports saying that AC Milan had 300 million budget on Instagram. I think this
Come
was
on.
That, yeah, with
What the hell?
with InvestCorp, baby.
Yeah.
Young Go says we can't have a 10 out of 10 as we lost Kiss C. We lost Kiss C. Y'all don't get the reference is from Moneyball. Oh, I haven't watched Moneyball. Have you guys seen that movie? I gotta watch that movie.
I've seen it a few times, and the team doesn't actually win the World Series. I think they get there maybe
They
twice
don't
or
win.
something like that, but it doesn't actually end in trophy success wise, which is what Milan is about. So,
Oh, I thought they did win, so they didn't win. Guys, we have
no.
Guido Meloni. What's up, Guido? How you doing?
Hi guys, how are you? It's Friday.
Excellent.
Hello.
Are you partying tonight?
Excellent. Yeah, always.
Nice. What are your thoughts on the mercato?
I like
Guido?
this conversation.
What are your thoughts on the mercato?
Okay,
Guido?
I understand that Elliot. Okay, I understand that. I have an idea. This would work really well. Antonio actually loves this guy Dika, and I watched some highlights. And what did I hear today? The mill, you guys know Radio. They talk about Milan every day.
Yeah. Hey, Guido, what's your connection?
I'm driving, of course.
You're going in and out. Guys, we have the first member.
Yeah,
Carlo Moretti has become a member. Guys, our very first member. This is a great day. Thank you, Carlo Moretti. Really appreciate you being part of the Curva Sud RossonARI TV. Thank you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. And you get a special badge.
Can you guys hear me better?
Look at that. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Vai, Guido. It's cutting in and out a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this area, I'm not sure. But I'm in Philadelphia, so part of the city. So basically, what I understood, what we need, first of all, Elliot, I don't want to say it's cheap, but they don't want to spend much money. So what I would do is, me like you, I don't know the CDK, how good can really be. We know it's a prospect talent, and I heard very good things about, but I don't know him. I've never seen him really a full game or stuff like that. And with the money we're investing, I don't know what kind of more money can we spend after that. So I was thinking, like, even if of course, he's gonna make less as a contract for himself because he's young. You save money on that. But what I mean is, why don't we get Ziyech and Dika? Everybody likes this Sanchez, which was my favorite player when I saw him when he was 18 years old. Then he won with the Ronaldo, with the Portugal. He won the European Cup. I said, who the heck is this guy? I love them. But no, later he's always injured and this. So I don't know if this can be, you can rely on him. But I would do this, Sanchez, because we need another midfielder in that position. Even though I would like somebody stronger, like you guys, nobody likes the guy Veretout, talk about French.
No, I don't. Hey, sorry to interrupt you, Guido. Just one more thing. Yango, thank you for joining the membership. Really appreciate you, my brother. Thank you guys for becoming the second member. Now that we have 2 members, I can create more emojis. So you guys tell me what kind of emojis you want me to create, and I'll create all the kind of different emojis. But thank you guys. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you very much. Christian, you just go to the front page and you click the join button, and then you can become a member. You get loyalty badges, and you can use custom emojis. And we're gonna create the custom emojis. We got the Light Sharap emoji. We got a few of them. All right, sorry Guido, go ahead. Veretout, I don't like Veretout.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to be quick. You don't like it, but you know what? I think he's a guy they start from the back really, because even Sanchez he likes to go up and down, and we already have different players like Adli. I mean, I used to love Sanchez when he was very young. Then he started, you know, Bayern Munich. He never played, and then he got injured all the time. But I mean, I love it when he's in shape. He's one of my favorite. I love the way he plays. But when I want to say, okay, let's put Sanchez on it. So let's say we buy Sanchez, which is buying him is very cheap. The most could be 15 million. So Ndika seems like the value is 32 million, but they say we have a chance maybe to get for 15 million. They talk about they wanted 20 million. Let's say 15 and Milan can do that. You know what? The other reason is that they own money to us for Auge, which is another 12 million. So we can make a deal, like give 3 million to them. That's what I heard this morning. So maybe they didn't pay Auge yet. So Frankfurt, we have a good relationship with Frankfurt. So that guy, first of all, Ndika, between the difference him and what's the other guy that you choose before? The Chelsea one.
Ziyech? Oh, Sar?
No, the other defense. So there's a defense.
Sar. No.
Tanganga.
Oh, Tanganga.
That guy. Okay, that guy is gonna be the photocopy of. First of all, he's injured already. We already have Origi injured. We have lots of people that get injured in our team. This guy's already injured. Guess what I heard this morning about Ndika? He played 4,000 minutes. They say 40 more games. He never got injured. It's a 192 centimeter, like 6'5", 6'4" inches. Whatever, fit.
Yeah.
So basically, this guy, and plus he played left. He played even left back, which in case, I still want to give a chance to Balotelli. I love Balotelli. Nice player, really, but I feel bad for him. I think he can learn. And he's super fast. So, but in case he doesn't really do good, this guy can play left back. So we have two options with the one defender. And guess what? He's 6'4". The other guy is short for a defense. I'm sure maybe quicker when you're shorter, but this guy is quick, he's fast, he's everything. I think he's the best. And plus we can buy, so he's going to be our player. And he's going to be 23 in August. So he's super young too. So what I mean, at least because the other guy they're not gonna buy, they want to get a loan. So at least this is gonna be our player. We can get Ziyech because the Catalan is gonna play the same position Ziyech. I'm telling you, because he starts from the right, it goes to the left. Yeah, he's more midfielder than Ziyech, but we already have Adli. So what happening with CDK? Adli is not gonna play. Because if we get Benacer or another big defender in a defense, like a center D midfielder, how do you call center mid? So basically, Adli, I'm scared it's going to be like Paqueta. He's not going to have many chances just because we get by CDK. It's going to be the one that we pay lots of money, so he has to play. So I think Ziyech, Sanchez, Ndika, and who was the other one? We talk all the time. I had the fourth one.
Well, that would be it.
No, because we talk about we spend like that. We spend only not even 30 million because Ziyech is not gonna be. We're not gonna buy Ziyech. That's gonna be on a loan.
If you don't want to add,
there was another player. I forgot.
If you don't want to add anybody else, if you don't want to add anybody else in the midfield, then that would be it. Ziyech, Sanchez, and Ndika. If you don't want to.
Yeah, but there was I forgot. I count 4 players before. I forgot which one. Okay, you know what I would do? Maybe you are giving me. Let's get Belotti, man, Milan fan.
Belotti, let's not even waste time on this one. This is.
Wait! You know what I wanted to say about the guy that wants too much money? Frattesi, the Sassuolo guy, the midfield.
Yeah, that's not.
I love Frattesi. I love it.
He's great, but that's not happening.
Roy, then I'll leave. Then I'll be quiet. About Veretout, everybody. I never like him as a personality, but Veretout scored the last 2 years. He didn't even play much. He scored between assist and goals every year, 12 goals between goals and assists. Every year.
That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah, you know what I mean? We like numbers, right? And I'm sure that because I don't know if Mourinho don't like him, for the 4-2-3-1, it would be perfect close to Tonali. They both score goals. They're both strong. He's a strong guy. Plus, he's French. We have all French players. At least we make a community over there. I don't know.
I don't know. For some reason, I have a lot of red flags when it comes to Veretout, but maybe I'm wrong, you know? Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't think he's too old either. I don't think he's too old. He might be 26, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm going to check his
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, I'm going to check his card right now. I don't know. This is just my personal opinion. This is just an opinion. This has got nothing to do with stats. It's got nothing to do with anything. This is just me. What are my favorite colors? Red and black. So, same thing. Veretout, I don't know. It just doesn't tell me anything. Veretout, like, for me, is like meh. It's like a big M-E-H, meh. Yeah.
But average, he scored more than KC. And listen, he's not a bad player. He's strong. He's physical. I mean, not my favorite players. I like Pirlo, those kind of players. But that's why I wanted the guy that went to where did he go? The Marseille guy, Camara, which was free. That's the player I wanted. But didn't happen.
What do you guys think of Veretout, guys? Nathan, Saif, Antonio, what are your guys' opinion on Veretout?
I think we can do better. Well, we actually don't have the budget to do better, so maybe it is a good idea.
Guys, you got to consider the money and everything else. Of course, my favorite is De Bruyne, and there's nothing better than him as a midfielder. So that's my favorite midfielder these days. And Modric. Modric is on. Don't exist these days.
Alex, sorry guys, 1 second. Alex Garcia, if you click on the join button, if you go on the first page, and even on the page that you're on right now, if you click join, it says join, and that's how you become a member. Guys, I'm definitely going to do the Çalhanoğlu video, the emoji. That's hilarious. I'm definitely going to do that one. That's hilarious. Antonio, what do you think of Veretout? What do you think of what your dad is saying? And the intrecci your dad is talking about?
Veretout is someone, like, on this channel, he gets, like, way too much hate for no reason. Like, no one actually, besides, like, he's 29.
I give them the hate. I don't think anybody...
Like, he's not bad. He's not my favorite player, but he's, like, I mean, he scored some nice goals against us, and he plays in those positions, so I'm fine with him. I don't have a problem. Guys, I have to go, like, cook myself some lunch, so I'm going to be in and out, and I won't be speaking too much, but I'll be here. So I'll be in the shadows.
Hey guys, I want to say, I think for a midfielder, those kind of numbers are really important because these days, and Milan Pro, we need goals. So
I mean, the
Origi
thing about
scored 5 goals. Origi scored 10 goals in all career. All career, he scored 10 goals. Ibrahimovic is injured. I mean, I don't know, man.
Okay, I'll be honest with you.
That does,
Yeah, I'm looking at his card. You're right. Every year, aside from the last one, in Italy, he's had good numbers. So his first year
last year, I never played.
In Italy, his first year, he had 8 goals and 1 assist. So that's pretty good for a pivot midfielder. Actually, that's very good. Since Kessie was a guy that provided a lot of goals, it kind of makes sense. Second year, he had 5 goals, 3 assists. Third year, he had 6 goals, no assists. Fourth year, he had 10 goals, 2 assists. And then last year, he had 4 goals and 8 assists.
So that makes 12.
he definitely produces numbers. That's for sure. That is definitely for sure.
For these signings, bro. Like we said, we have backup players. Okay, we have Pobega, we have Krunic who we can fill in. We need a midfielder who can, like I said, compete with Ben Nasser. Tonali, you can't compete with Tonali. Tonali, I think, is the best midfielder in Italy right now. The thing about Ben Nasser, you can't compete with him. Signings like Veretout just prove that you're having a bad mercato. But like, and some listen, some call other Milan fans a section like they want too much. Oh, they're too demanding. We're the Serie A champions, and we're willing to let a mercato slide after getting fucking Charles Gatteler and a defender. And yet some call us very demanding and unrealistic. Like seriously, how low has this club become, man? How
I think
actually, how low have we become?
I think a lot of people have not actually experienced when Milano's actually successful, or and if they did, I think maybe some of them were just too young to remember how it actually felt. So for them, for them, if they were Milan fans for 15 years, they haven't really, you know, felt much except for one Scudetto or two now.
We're not
So
asking for the world here, bro. Exactly. We're not saying go sign Nunez, go sign Nkunku, go sign Van Dijk, and go sign Alexander Arnold. We're basically saying a total of like 50 or 60 million here. And yet some fans want to call us demanding and unrealistic. And seriously, like what do you want us to spend? Only 25 million in the market or 30? What do fans actually want to spend? Or is it all positivity, positivity, positivity? And if you're not doing that, you're not a Milan fan. Seriously, what the fuck?
Guys, we got Red John in the house, so you know what that means. Trouble, trouble. What's up, Red John?
Hi guys, how you doing?
Great, great.
Everything all right? How do you guys feel being the poorest top club in Italy? How does it feel?
It's okay. We don't need signings. We don't need signings, man. Every year we have new signings in our players. They
Feels like
develop every year.
champions.
Yeah. We're developing champions. We're developing the second coming of Sidorf, Pirlo, Inzaghi. It's all amazing, man. It's all amazing.
We grow everyone.
We're like a garden. We're like the Garden of Eden.
We even do babysitting services just to boost our revenue.
So is nothing has come out regarding CDK yet? No official news.
I have read zero today. Today I've been working all day, so I have no idea what's going on. So I'm gonna get updated right now. Oh, so the second shirt is out, huh?
Wow.
Yeah, the second shirt is out. True.
wait, hold on one second. John went from going to check for updates to immediately going to talk about the shirt.
No,
Yeah,
but
that's the situation. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt. Guys, we got a new member. Thank you, Ali Garcia. Welcome to the Curva Sud RossonARI. Welcome, our third member of the day. You get to have your loyalty badges, and we're going to do some really cool emojis and some perks that are going to be for
from
members.
what I'm reading, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
And guys, like the page if you have not liked the page yet. Like the page. All right, Red John, go ahead.
Yeah, from what I'm reading here, we are interested in a guy from Aston Villa, Chewbacca or something. So
Who? I'm not being funny. Who?
Chukwuema. Chukwumeka is his name.
Yeah, we spoke about him.
Oh, we spoke about it. Yeah.
He's an interesting prospect. Prospect.
But did we what's going on with the Cutler right now? Did we just give up on him or
The calendar.
it belongs to history now, huh?
The word is the Calder is either going to give us Bruges is going to let us know if they accepted the offer today or tomorrow. At least this is what the reports were saying, but who knows how long this will go? Who knows?
We're still, John.
We're
We're still on a mission. Maldini's still on a mission.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
Oh, you said Antonio's father.
Yeah, guys, I went to get my espresso shot. Roy, I went to get my espresso shot.
Ah, nice.
Perfetto.
Bene.
Come stai? Tutto a posto?
Tutto bene.
Perfetto.
Red John,
Okay.
meet Guido Miloni. Guido Miloni, meet Red John.
Hello, sir.
No, you haven't missed anything. Nothing has happened. Red John has joined us, and he's getting updated. literally nothing has happened yet.
Okay,
Oh yeah,
okay, okay.
let's talk about the second shirt. What do you guys think about the second shirt? Do you like it or not? I'll pull it up and we'll show it. So Alex Garcia says, Roy, you can only become a member through a PC. I see. Okay, all right. I think I'm looking at my phone. You can do it on the phone if you have. But anyway, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. So, do we like the new away shirt? Yes or no?
I actually
I
like it,
don't.
to be honest. I didn't like it when it got like leaked in the beginning, but now watching the guys wear them, it's pretty nice.
Oh, fuck, man.
But my favorite shirt right
I'm
now
sorry,
is
guys.
the shirt of the goalkeeper, the second one, the purple one. It's fucking beautiful.
Isn't that shirt more like a Fiorentina kit? The purple one. It looks like a Fiorentina kit.
Well, yes, because it's purple, but it's still a nice shirt, to be honest. It's
Oh
the
my
goalkeeper.
God! Look who's here.
Look,
Floki. I'm a Floki.
Deluded.
Young Go says, "Ouch, my eyes hurt."
No, come on, guys. This is not a bad shirt. Like, why are you acting like this is awful?
It looks like I'm about to write an essay on the T-shirt. That's what I get. That's the feeling I get from it.
no, I think the shirts are, especially the home shirt this season. I think it's freaking beautiful. I like the shirt this season.
I like the second shirt as well. Like the first shirt for sure, I like it, but I like the second shirt as well because, in comparison, not to the last one, because the last second shirt was beautiful and I got it, so that's a nice one. But the one before that was hideous. The one with the red dots.
I don't know. I'm not sold. But it is what it is. You know. I mean, some people really like it. Some people think it's okay. I think I'm more in between. I don't hate it. I don't know if I love it. I guess I got to see it on the players. Yeah, I've seen a Milan Reddit. I've seen on Milan Reddit people complaining about the home shirt being shaddily made. Pictures they showed it looked terrible. Mine better be okay. I've heard that the stitching is kind of weird.
Listen,
Kind of weird.
here's the thing. The thing is, depends on which version you order. If you order the authentic version, the stitching is gonna be not great, because and also the material is not gonna be great for a fan because those materials are made for the material to be breathable, to not collect sweat, to be super light. So people are having a problem because Puma this year implemented a new fabric. I don't know, technology, let's call it. So if you get the authentic one, it's gonna be a little bit weird. If you get the replica one, it's gonna be better.
Do we have the third? Do they show the third shirt yet?
They're gonna announce it like in 2 or 3 weeks ahead.
Gotcha. And then you had the Mike Magnan shirt, yeah, the purple one.
The purple one is my favorite, to be honest.
Let me see if I can find it here.
Well, they better announce new signings and stop announcing new shirts every day.
I mean, in this picture, it doesn't look bad.
just look at Giroud. Look at that man wearing that shirt, man. The shirt is nice. Come on.
Roy, we need all the money from that fourth kit so we can sign the cat there.
Yeah, re-announce that white and red and black shirt because that seems to be selling like top.
Yeah. Carlo really loves it. He says nicest away shirt in years.
My man, Carlo.
So you know you have people that like it a lot, people that don't. It is what it is. It's always the same thing.
Guys, I want to ask you a question. What's your favorite, like Milan home? You know, authentic Milan home, red and black shirt, like ever, from which season?
Oh, that's
My favorite is 2003.
as well. But right next to it is the one we had not last season, but the season before that, the first shirt. Was
Oh,
beautiful.
that one was beautiful. Yeah. I agree. Those two are my favorite shirts. I even like the 2007 season, and I like this season too. But 2003 is my favorite, and the other one that we had when we finished second. It's my favorite.
Hey, Roy, basically you like all the shirts that won the Champions League.
Yeah. The 2007 one was nice with the
To
gold
be honest with you, that's
numbers.
what I care. I don't even care the way they look, the way they win.
I like the 2003 one because the 2003 I always had that image of
Inter and Juventus, semi-final and final.
but the final, yes, but the final we played with the second shirt.
Until Antonio was born.
Holy shit, man! Antonio was born in 2003.
July the 3rd.
Nice.
July the 3rd. Yeah, July the 3rd.
Wow. July
Antonio is
3rd.
super young, man. Antonio is
So,
super young. Holy
so he
Lord.
was born about a month after the we won, right? No, when did we win? May?
Yeah,
Was it May?
was a May. Usually it's May,
So
you know.
2 months, yeah.
'Cause I don't know. People who were born after the 2000s for me is so unrealistic. I don't know why.
Hey, Roy, and my other son was
It
born
all
when
makes
Italy
sense
won the
now.
World Cup. 2006.
Nice. Nice. Good. Yeah, so every time you have a son, we win a big trophy. So
No, not anymore.
have more sons.
So Carlo, get to working. No, what was it, Carlo? Oh my God, I forgot the name.
You gotta wait a few years now. We don't even play. As I said before, I signed 10 times to win the European Cup in England like that and not played 5 World Cup. I don't care. That was the best win ever. That was too much fun.
Kangu is asking me, day 2 of asking for Roy to look at FBREF. It can provide justification to your arguments and is a free detailed stat website. For instance, look at Decathlon on there. Okay. Charles Decathlon. What about him? Stats
Hey,
by
Roy,
competition. Yeah.
Imagine how much pressure this kid is gonna have.
Yeah, because he needs to perform right away.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's too much pressure, man. I don't think he's ready. I hope so, but I'm positive. I mean, everybody talks so good, so I don't know. I cannot say anything. I don't know. So I don't like to talk.
No. You can make a safe assumption that it's going to take him a while to integrate and get used to the team. It is what it is.
No,
but
people are gonna say, "Oh, it costs so much money and this and that."
Yeah.
But it's not even 100 million. But what I mean, for us, it's lots of money the way we do the market. So.
I think he will be the player that this management has paid for the most. Like, he'll be the most expensive player that this management will be getting. If we get him, guys. Eastbourne says, Serie President Casini, my concerns about the league. The first concern is related to the climate, as the eventual persistence of the current high temperatures would make it difficult to start playing in August.
That's funny.
What's the climate in Europe, guys? Like, what's going on in Europe? Safe and Red John.
Fucking crazy, man. Imagine Romania, the temperature at once the temperature was like 43, 44. It's crazy.
38 degrees for 2 days in a row in Germany, and there's no air conditioning here, man. So you get burned when it's like more than 35. Like, you cannot even stay at home because the fucking ventilator is a joke. But today is like raining and winter is back.
I don't know. Here in Romania, it's either too freaking cold or too freaking hot. There's no in between. That's the problem.
Yeah, but I mean, the league. How can they calculate the weather? The weather, you don't know anymore. So I think last year did they start at the end of August? The league every year started the end of August.
Yeah.
So what's the difference? 1 week or 2 weeks? I mean, you don't know. Maybe it's gonna be cold, but then it's gonna get hot again. I don't think it means anything anymore. They can do water break. That's it.
Also, these guys are gonna go and play football in Qatar. They better get used to the hot weather.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Call it a preparation for the World Cup.
We don't go.
In Qatar, period, it won't be hot though. It won't be hot.
That's
It
why, hey
won't be-
guys, you know who's
it
gonna
won't
win
be
the
as
Italian
hot.
league? The team that got more Italian players is gonna win the Italian league.
So Juventus every year.
Yeah, this year, yeah, because everybody else is going to be careful not to get injured.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, let's look at the poll. I put a poll to see who has the best team right now, and let me see what people said.
Surely Juventus won without looking. Surely
Juventus
Juventus
and
won.
Juventus and
You guys know anything about Origi when he's coming? Because he was injured too. I don't know. We have only Giroud. I don't know. Do we have? Why don't we get Belot? He's still without team. I don't know.
I think
No,
I
Belotti
want a
no,
might
Milan.
be
please.
I want a
drafted.
Milan
He's going to
fans. I want a
Monaco.
Milan fans. I want a Milan
But,
fans on the team. Milan
but I
with
think
the
he's going
Milan
to
heart.
Monaco, though.
Huh?
I think he's going to Monaco.
Yeah. Not bad. That's a nice place to live. all the rich people live there.
I definitely think his ship has sailed. He should,
Monte Carlo, Monaco.
he moved on from targets like Belotti.
I don't even think they pay taxes over there.
The thing about Belotti is that Belotti, as far as again, if you want to believe the reports or not, whatever. But what has been reported is that Belotti is going to wait until he knows for sure that he can't sign with Milan. That is what he's waiting for Milan. He's waiting to see if he can join Milan because he's a Milanista. That's his dream.
Oh, wait, I forgot. Yes, I forgot. Every player loves Milan. Every player, seriously, like if you look at the news, every single player, they love Milan. This player only wants Milan. They
Except for
dream of
Renato
Milan at
Sanchez.
night. At
Everybody
one
except
point,
for
no.
Renato
At
Sanchez.
one point, Renato was said, "Oh, he wants Milan." Oh,
Well, he is a Milanista. He was a Milanista all his life. That's what he wants to do. I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen because we already got a player there that is.
to be
pretty
fair,
much beside.
Belotti has always said it that he was Milan fan.
Yeah, he's never hidden that. But I think Origi cancels Belotti out. So that's my opinion. I don't know what will happen though.
Too bad that Donnarumma was never a Milan fan. Too bad that
Donnarumma,
he
grande
was the Bhutan.
uomo.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's another song. Yeah.
Yeah. So no Belotti. There you go. Are you happy? Are you guys happy that we're not getting Belotti?
I'm sad.
absolutely, yeah.
All right. Okay, guys. Let's open up. I haven't opened up the live today, guys, on the chat. I totally forgot. I have to do better at that.
Are you already bored of us, Roy? What's going
Yeah,
on?
yes, I am actually. No, but I was supposed to open the chat. I didn't. Guys, remember you can become members. Like the video. I don't know. I mean, we spoke about pretty much everything we need to talk about. Is there anything you guys want to add to the conversation? I mean, I was really hoping that we would have gotten some good news or some reports, but nothing is happening here. Nothing is happening.
Well,
I mean, what
apparently
we can
we
do
were
is
able to.
what we can do is more ranting, I guess, whenever we have the chance, because we love ranting and we love being negative and pessimistic. But the team made
How
us like
much
that.
Belotti wants a year? How much Belotti you guys think he wants a year?
3 million net.
It's all right. Come on.
Yeah, it's a good salary. The problem
Listen,
is that
last year he was injured. He was injured. The money when he started playing constantly, he was doing good.
I think, in my opinion, the management does not rate him because he doesn't do that well with Italy. But yet again, Immobile doesn't do that well with Italy either. And he scores.
Yeah, but
30 goals.
Italy. We talked about this. I think a while ago. That Italy, the way they play, I don't think any number 9 is gonna play good because they surround the other team. They surround the outside the area, so there is no space for the number 9 to move around because they don't give you space. You see the pressure. They don't let you out. So number
That's a
9
good,
needs the space.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
that's
need
a
a
soccer.
very. You know who you need for Italy? A perfect number 9 for Italy would be Ibrahimovic, like a very tactical number 9.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Somebody
but
like that,
Ibrahimovic
yeah.
would be the perfect number 9 for every national team, to be
I
honest.
mean, that is true. That is true.
You know, imagine Belotti, Immobile. They need the space, especially Belotti. He needs lots of space.
Yeah.
He's a counter-attack guy. And that's which is good at Milan. Milan does that. Because sometimes we steal the ball and we counter-attack fast.
That's a good point.
I think Belotti with us would be, he could play on a wing. Sometimes we can play two number 9, like, 11 and 9, would say, the old style, I think,
Well,
especially when you miss players, he can play on a wing too. He's a runner. He runs a lot.
why aren't
So,
we going for Ronaldo? We
I
need
can
to
answer
go.
this. I can answer
well, why
this.
not? I'm sure he can
Yeah.
sell shirts with Ronaldo. He can make the money.
For sure, but the thing is that Ronaldo gets paid 30 million net a season, which means we have to pay him 50
Still, you
million.
think still
50
gonna
million.
make them much?
That's how much he made with Juventus. I doubt he lowered his salary when he went to Man City, to Man United.
But I believe you make the money back once you have Ronaldo. Is he still selling
I
shirts?
agree with that. I agree with that. But the problem is, are you willing to risk it?
Well, he never get injured. He's a robot. He's
No,
unbelievable. He never got injured in his life. I mean, maybe just a few times. But
yes, but by the looks of it, it looks like Juventus didn't really make that much money off Ronaldo, even though, in my opinion, they made money long term
But Red
because
John,
they added followers, they added everything.
of
But
course,
at the
they
end of
kind
the
of.
day, when they had Ronaldo, they couldn't spend.
but you have to consider COVID. That was a huge part of
All
it.
right, yeah, that's true as well. That's true.
Yeah, that's
But
a
he's
huge
been
part.
there like 3-4 years. Now only one.
3 years, yeah.
COVID killed the Ronaldo operation. I mean, that was a big problem for them.
Yeah,
had to
now they're spending all the money.
Yeah, now they're spending a lot of money. Yeah, he doesn't get
Bremer.
30 million. He doesn't get 30 million anymore. Check the pay cut he took to join Man United. Well, I think
I think
he's
was at
probably going
20.
lower. I think it's going to go lower and lower as his career goes towards the end of his career. I don't know. Would you guys have Ronaldo at Milan?
With
Absolutely.
the way we play, I think. Listen, I'm not a fan of Ronaldo either. I love Messi much more, but what I mean is, but I think with Milan he could be good because the way we play, we counter-attack fast. Look how many times we miss goals. We miss 20 goals a game just because we don't score. We have so many chances because Milan's fast to counter-attack. We have fast players, but they don't know how to finish. They don't know how to finish.
Yeah. No, this is how, when I started the stream today, that's what I was saying. If we can get somewhere in there, with all the goals we've got, that we've get to close to 60-something goals, we add a player in there that can bring the tally up to 20 more, 25 more, like a Ronaldo, then we win every year. Because if we keep on being the team that concedes the less, and we become the team that, one of the teams that scores the most, I mean, it's logical. It's mathematics.
Ronaldo gets us far in the Champions League as well.
We were criticizing Tonali the year before. Look, last year at the end of the season, every game he scored. One game he scored almost 3 goals. If Tonali can get close to the post, he don't miss goals. He don't miss any goals. But all the offenders we have, they miss goals all the time. Like, starting from Salamaker, or what's the other one? We don't have a big. That's why when we talk bad about Veretout, this guy, he guarantee you 12 goals a year or 10 goals a year. I mean, I don't care if he's ugly. I don't even like him the way he looks, but I don't care. He's not my boyfriend.
I don't know. When I think of
gotta score
Veretout,
goals.
when I think of Veretout, I think of Gianpaolo in his press conferences saying, "We need Veretout. We need Veretout. We need Veretout." That's what that guy was talking about 24/7.
I think for the 4-2-3-1, if you want to stick with that mode, that system, to be honest with you, I don't know why we don't change sometimes. Because we have the players, all the midfielder we have, they play at 3. All of them. Pobega, Tonali, all of them used to play at 3. So Krunic too with the Empoli. Benasser, they play together Empoli. I don't know why we have to stick with the 4-2-3-1.
Guys, we have breaking news. Breaking news. Milan have still not reached an agreement with Club Brugge for Charles de Kettler, as the two clubs are seemingly at an impasse.
Freaking hell, man.
According to La Gazzetta dello Sport and calciomercato.com, Club Brugge are still demanding 23 million plus add-ons to release the midfielder, and it is increasingly unlikely that they will be able to reach an agreement after the intensive negotiations over the last few days. Bada beam, bada boom.
This club has no shame
guy.
whatsoever.
Hey guys, you know what I hope it happened? You know what I hope it happened? That Maldini does like he did with Donnarumma. Forget about, go away, buddy. I get all four of the other four players that I just said before. With the money for that guy, we can get 4 players, believe it or not. One on our own, one we pay, and we set up our team. You know, if they buy this guy, they're not gonna spend any money. They're gonna get Chimichanga, whatever the name is, Titanga, instead of getting the Dika is 10 times more useful for us. This guy's gonna mix up all the. He might be good. He might be one of the best players in the next 10 years in Europe, but he's causing lots of waiting and problem, which we can fix the team with all the other players. Because GH is good. He's a warranty on the wing, so maybe we can even sell Salamaker at that point. Which I like Salamaker. He can play everywhere. He can play even right back. He don't have to play often. He
Even
can
in the
play
double
mid.
pivot.
Guys,
even
He
in-
can play everywhere.
Guys, we're missing Mr. Miller. I think you're missing the point here. It's not about getting CDK and not getting CDK. It's the fact that we've wasted all these weeks and months targeting him, expecting him to come to us, him singing to the Club Rouge fans. It's all said and done, and now we're in July the 22nd, and we're still yet to reach an agreement with
Yeah,
Club
but
Rouge.
I'm not even
You know-
worried about that. You know, because like CDK, they say next week they're gonna start the Jupiter League, so he's advanced to compare Milan player with the training because they gotta get ready for the league. So I'm not worried about that. If you're a good player, come on, how long it takes to be good with another team? I don't believe much that, but
Guys, we have a Juve.
you know,
Sorry,
I'm
sorry,
not
go
worried
ahead, Theo.
about that. Yeah, go ahead.
Hasta says he's a Juve fan and he feels bad for us.
All
It's
I have
okay.
to say is this: it's year 2003. Shevchenko is in front of the goal. He looks at the ref. He looks at Buffon. He looks at the ref. He looks at Buffon. He looks at the ref. He looks at Buffon. The ref whistles. Shevchenko spiazza Buffon. Milan campioni Europa. This is all I gotta say.
There you go. There you go.
Juventus, if you take off all the leagues that stole from us, I'm 51. I didn't see all of them. If you take off all the leagues they stole in Italy, we're even with the leagues, and the Champions League, we destroy them. So good luck with that.
Maldini needs to expose this ownership. Him and Masada wasting jet fuel for no effing reason. Well, he kind of already did expose the ownership. He kind of already did.
Man, you know how much. Sorry, you know how much I wished Maldini would leave for his own good. I love Maldini for his own good and just talk shit about Milan. You know how much I wished for that. I wanted everyone to destroy this club. I wanted the Curva Sud to go and protest against this management for what they have done so far.
Okay, guys.
I don't think it's the manager. I don't think it's the manager.
It's the management.
They gotta stick. They cannot spend the money. It's not their money, you know. They put the limits. You cannot blame the manager.
But I think that's what when Safe is saying the management, I think you are referring to Elliot, right? Or not?
Yeah. Elliot, Redbird,
I
the whole shit show.
I know, but it's investment fund again. It's investment fund. It's not somebody, you know, put the money whatever they want.
Yeah.
You know,
This is
they
not-
camouflage. Yeah, I'm sorry. The Paris Saint-Germain, you know, they put money. They say, oh, but you cannot put the money whatever you want. No, you can because they do fake sponsor, fake stuff. You can get all the sponsor from them in the world. They can put any names they want. They're still going to give the money, put the money in the team, you know. But they don't care. The money comes from the ground, the oil, you know. So they don't care. Berlusconi wasn't. He was getting everything he could, even though he was smart because he wasn't throwing money away. We got so many players at the end of career that became good for us, you know.
For them,
Everybody play with me.
House on trees.
And be honest with you, because we look at players, oh, he's young, he's old. What the heck it means he's old and young? If you can run on the field, you're still good. I don't care how old you are. Ibrahimovic, he showed everybody. Giroud scored which is all too. He scored 11 goals. He scored 8 goals. He played 10 minutes all year. He scored 8 goals. So this story is old. He's young. Is this? Is that? I mean, I don't care. I will get up players at the end of career. I don't care. Put on the field. They have experience, and they can still run. So the experience is much more worth it than a young player without experience. That's what I think. Then, okay, you want to make an investment. Okay, it's going to be worth more money. I understand that. But if you don't spend money, how do you invest money, you know? You cannot buy players only like Kalulu. We've been lucky, you know?
Yeah, I mean, this is not a, you know, usually clubs are like toys to their owners. You know, we're not being treated as a toy. We're being treated differently. It's a different situation, different, very American way of treating a club.
I want to say something about the Milan youth. The Milan youth, usually we do suck, right? 1 year we went Serie B. But guess what? Locatelli played Juventus, it was Milan youth. Pobega is Milan and played with Torino last year. We got Calabria. We got Maldini Savoy is not that good, whatever. But we have so many players that did good in a professional, even though the youth team wasn't that good for a while. So we still have, yeah, Brescianini, I think is a good player. I mean, we have some youth players, even though our youth team are not good. So that's all the Locatelli for 40 million. 40 million for Locatelli. We sold for 15 to 12, I think, something like that, to Sassuolo.
Yeah. Brescianini right now is being linked to Cosenza. Cosenza wants to get Brescianini, so let's see what happens. Let me go to chat.
Sorry, right before you go, I just want to say something. But let me just say something, okay? Basically, the whole Botman operation, which is, I think, part of the reason why Maldini wanted to leave in the first place. We didn't give him like 30 something for him, because if we would have paid like a little bit more, I think he would have came. They didn't. The excuse for that would, according to also fans, we don't want to pay that much for a defender because we want to spend that much money on an attacker. So now what we're doing is we're waiting for that other signing in which Milan fans were promised. If 30 million or 30 something million was way too much for a defender because we don't need one, then it should be spent on an attacking player. And if we don't get that, I'm sorry, it's a negative situation. It's a bad mercato. It's just how logic works.
And to add
Milan
to
fans
your point,
cannot go against their logic.
To add to your point,
Yeah, I agree with you. I would have spent all the money for. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go on. It's no problem.
Yeah, go ahead. Okay, I would have spent all the money for you guys know, for Darwin Nunez. I would spend all the money for him and not buy nobody. That's what I would have done.
I agree with that.
He scored 4 goals in 45 minutes against Leipzig.
He's good.
Yeah,
I see the way he
also
plays.
agree.
He plays. He's a good player.
I think we should also spend the money, like spend it all on one really good player.
Yeah, but
might as well get something that's going to be worthwhile.
I disagree with that somehow, even though I agree with that in the general idea. But the problem is we have too many holes in the team. We cannot go and spend on one.
But if we get the Catalier, we're still not going to have enough money to get somebody that's actually starting material.
And this is the problem. The problem is that we don't have money anyway, so we cannot go and spend on a big player. The problem that I have here, and what makes me
but guys,
is the fact that we went and offered 30 million to get Botman, and now we cannot even offer 35 to get the Catalier. So now my question is, do we only have like 40 million in total? What's going on? Like, how are we gonna go for Botman and the Catalier?
Well, if you remember, John, I don't think anybody was expecting to have such a small budget. When we were talking about, or when they were talking about De Catalier and Botman and Sanchez, I think everybody was under the impression we had at least 80 to 100 million.
Exactly.
But now that's off the table,
I would never spend that money for Botman. I will never spend that money.
Which we agree. Which most of us agree on. But we expect that money. We expect that money to be invested in an attacker. You know.
I don't even know if I will spend that money for De Catalier until I don't know for sure how good he's going to be. Because I think Adli is going to suffer if we get this guy. Adli, I think, is a very good player. He can play number 10, all position in midfield. So somebody's going to suffer once we buy this guy.
But Guido, that's the thing.
And we pay at least 10 million.
can't-
It's not super cheap. Like,
He's
Yeah,
gonna
but
play
we
on the
can't
wing though. The Kettler
cater-
plays
we
on the
can't-
wing,
but
but Adley
we-
plays at cam.
Yeah, but we can't cater to people's
I would get
feelings.
ZH.
All the big teams have really good players in every position. So it's good for competition and raising the level of the team.
Hey guys, listen, before we move on, 1 second, before we move on, guys, I do have to close in 10 minutes, so let's finish all the conversations, but before we keep on going, let me just get to chat. It was obvious Maldini understood that Bruges were trying to start a bidding war, and that's why we set a deadline date for the offer to be accepted. So Milan does not want to go into that deadline, into that bidding war. The situation is now at an impasse, and either Milan raise their bid once again, or they have to consider other transfer targets. So that's the situation there. Hasta, the Juventino, says, old news, let's talk about the last 12 years, with a big smiley face. Red John gets a firing emoji.
About Champions Leagues. What do we have to talk in the last 12 years about Champions League?
Yeah, I saw many times they won. They won many cups.
Maldini definitely regrets signing the new contract. Shake my head. He definitely did not look happy. Last revealed is all. Let's talk about last year. Let's see. Bruges have every right to not lower their valuation. They own the player. We can move on. I mean, it's true. They don't owe anything to AC Milan. Juve is happy with Pogba and Di Maria while just losing the lead. Good for them. But they got Bremer. Pogba is great. Di Maria is great. So I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't bring those
We'll
players
see.
down.
We'll see. We'll see playing together. It's a different story. We'll see.
Is it true that Roma signed a contract with the Adidas
Yes.
Yeah.
to make them the second? Man, this is unbelievable. Like, what the hell?
Guys, check this out. Roma have successfully repurchased. Guys, check this out. Eastbourne writes. Roma have successfully repurchased 95% of their shares and have been delisted from the Italian stock exchange. They are a private company again. Money, 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 money.
Roma's
Guys,
good,
we
man.
look
They're gonna get
we look
Ronaldo
bad
to
right
watch.
now.
Roma
We
gonna
look
get
so
Ronaldo. Ronaldo
incredibly bad.
Dybala, watch. They're gonna get Ronaldo, watch.
They play in Europa League. Why would Ronaldo go there?
They don't
Cardinale
care.
is a
Ronaldo,
scam.
It's Mourinho, Portuguese, you know.
For me, the most worrying news is the fact that they are able to sign, while finishing fifth, they are able to sign a contract with Adidas worth more than the contract we just renewed with Puma. This is embarrassing. Like, what the hell? What's going on?
Yeah,
How does
that's
Roma-
ridiculous.
This is embarrassing. We
I like
already
Puma
made-
though.
we-
Puma, Maradona was Puma. I like Puma better.
Yeah, but
Maradona used to wear Puma, man.
All right, guys, check this out. This is an Italian translation because I recognize the saying here. It says, another gray smoke, fumata grigia. Fumata grigia in Italian means it did not work out. AC Milan and Club Bruges for Charles de Kettler. The Belgian club holds firm and does not drop from 35 million as a price. Milan stopped at 30 million plus 2 bonuses. I think this is not going to happen right now. My senses are telling me at this point, Milan is going to move on. Unless they're going to prove me wrong.
Right, Roy.
What?
Hey,
You said it was a done deal 2 days ago. I told you.
Oh, I thought you were eating. I thought you were eating and you were not available. Now you just. Okay. So you are.
Yeah,
There you go.
Roy.
Here it comes.
Hey, Roy, talking about now, I want to say something about last year. How come the other teams like Fiorentina, right? Do you know what's the Brazilian player that they got from Switzerland? He was playing Switzerland. The Arabao. What? Caracas. What's his name? Carabao.
Cabral.
Do you see, Roy? Do you see the numbers this guy had in Switzerland and Brazil, whatever? How many goals he scored?
No, I'm not familiar.
He had like 300 million goals. They pay 13 million. This guy. Why we cannot buy those kind of players sometimes? Invest on. It's much cheaper, but he has numbers.
We don't have the proper scouting. We might have one good offensive scout, and then everybody else is just pure garbage. One person.
Yeah, there's Moncada. You always see the French players. That's all. I mean,
right, but he's just one person though. Like, imagine having to run a multi-billion-dollar business with just two people. It's never gonna work
Listen,
out.
we have Serginho in Brazil. Serginho worked for us in Brazil. He's a supervisor over there. I don't know. We have some. Listen, they have people, but
Yeah, but
why we cannot find those
we
cheap
need someone
players?
like Kaká.
Yeah, I know, but he's Kaká. He's with
Well,
Milan too.
even
I'm sure if they need suggestion,
Kavicha,
we need
All
to
right,
find
guys.
those cheap
even
players. Cheap
Kavicha,
players.
Roy's favorite player.
Yeah, I know, guys. We messed it up. All right, guys. Unfortunately, today I have to close early. I can't keep on going. But everybody in chat, guys, thank you for Yango, Carlo Moretti, and Vlasic or Valsic. I'm not sure what I have. Sorry, I apologize. But we got 3 new members, guys. Really appreciate you. We're going to have the emojis going on. We're going to have the loyalty badges. Basically, after a month, your loyalty badge will be Tomori. Then after that, it will be Tonali, and yeah, we have the Narnia. We have Narnia, and we have Shut Up. We have Shut Up from Laird. Non arriva CDK. Let's see what happens, guys. But anyway, I want to thank everybody that was here. Guys, really appreciate it. Really appreciate everybody. Thank you, Guido. Appreciate you, Red John, Nathan, Saif,
Thank you.
Antonio. And guys, we are going to go live again during the weekend, and it's going to be open live. So we're going to open up to the chat too. But guys, remember to like on your way out and join the family, guys. Become a member, part of the RossonARI Curva. You guys are going to get perks, and it's going to be great. All right, guys, thank you very much for joining us today. Appreciate everybody's company. We'll see you the next one. Alla prossima. Ciao. And
Ciao.
Goodbye, guys.
arrivederci. Bye. Forza Milan.
ZH.
ZH. Forza Milan ZH. All right, guys. Later.
We score some goals. Bye.